All parties in the matter of Buck versus Daniels. Step forward, please.
Homemaker Helen Buck is suing her daughter's ex-roommate, 18-year-old nanny Melinda Daniels, for running up a cell phone bill. Melinda says Helen's daughter, Toby, gave her permission.
Miss Buck, which one of these two young ladies is your daughter?
Toby right here beside me.
Step up, please. What's your first name?
Toby Buck?
You were Miss Daniels' roommate?
Yes, ma'am.
Where was that?
We were all three living together in Texarkana at Amanda's uncle's house.
When did your mother give you the cell phone?
For my 18th birthday, which was in June.
So it was a birthday gift?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was the arrangement with regard to the cell phone bill?
As long as I kept it under the allotted minutes, then I wouldn't have to pay for it.
This case is about, it's your claim that the defendant used this cell phone, ran up a bill, and you want her to pay you the bill.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't have anything to do with this case.
Well,
You gave your daughter a cell phone as a gift.
Yes, ma'am.
Then it was her responsibility. She's a grown-up. She's 18 years old. So you have absolutely nothing to do with this case. So you can sit down. Okay. Now, I have no problem substituting Toby as the plaintiff. You have no objection, do you, Miss Daniels?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now, Toby, Miss Daniels says she had your permission to use the phone.
She had my permission one time to use the phone while we were out of town to call home.
What do you mean? You mean for one phone call or one day?
One phone call.
Why did you leave her with the cell phone?
Well, we didn't have a house phone.
Yes.
So we left one of our phones home so that the other one could, whoever wasn't working could have it in case of emergency. And we made it clear to her that it was for emergencies only and not for personal calls.
All right, Miss Daniels. Let me hear.
Toby and I moved in with Amanda. We lived together from about mid-June to probably end of August, starting in September. It was not just a one-time deal of me using the phone.
Tell me what it, don't tell me what it wasn't. Just tell me what the arrangement was.
The arrangement was there was 3 cell phones in the house. Mainly the ones that were used was either Amanda's cell phone or Toby's cell phone.
Why?
We didn't have a house phone, so we just
I
used
don't
the
care
cell
what.
phones.
Well, why didn't you use your phone?
I didn't have one.
So they had phones, but you didn't.
I didn't have a cell phone, no, ma'am.
How did you make phone calls?
By using Toby's phone.
Well, who was supposed to pay for that?
I don't know. We never discussed if I used the phone.
How old are you?
18.
Well, you're 18. You're a grown-up. You make a telephone call. Who do you think pays for that? The telephone fairy?
No.
Huh?
No, ma'am.
Well, you sit on a cell phone. You sit and talk for a long period of time. Who do you expect to pay for that?
Either myself or...
Right! There you go! It's not as if you exchanged phones so that, you know, I mean, because that I would think is stupid. If each of you have your own cell phone, then why would you take somebody else's? But they all had their own cell phone. The only one who didn't have a cell phone was you.
Right.
So when you use somebody's property, you're supposed to pay for it. You have the number she called?
Yes, ma'am.
Show them to her.
Here. There's 29 pages worth.
Well, she doesn't have a cell phone, but she's got a big mouth. Did I say something wrong?
No. I'm just thinking about the telephone fairy.
I always get testy when I'm hungry. You're not looking carefully enough for my sake.
Well, I'm just focusing on some of these. I don't know. I don't have anybody that I know in Fort Smith that I would call. That's Amanda's family, where her family lives at. I didn't make any calls from Toby's cell phone to Fort Smith.
A guy from Fort Smith. His name's Bubba. And
Bubba! Does Bubba sound familiar to you? Would you like me to call that number and see if we have a Bubba there?
No, it's probably his number, but I never called. I didn't even, I didn't.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I will do that, you see. So I want you to be very careful.
Okay.
So you do know we do have a Bubba in Fort Smith. Right?
Yes.
All right. Keep looking.
I called a lot of those numbers.
I didn't ask you about whether they were her numbers or not. She's going to tell me, because if she says that it's not her number, it's very easy for me to figure out. Or she can just say, those are my calls. But that wasn't our arrangement, that I was supposed to pay for the calls.
These are the calls that I made on the phone.
Very good. And you, I assume you added up all those calls?
Yes, ma'am.
And how much did it come to? That's the ones that are yellow highlighted.
$344.87 on the September bill.
Was there another bill?
There were 2 more bills.
Well, show them to her. She's got another boyfriend someplace floating around that we don't know about. Maybe Bubba has a friend. Go ahead.
These are the calls that I made.
So grand total, how much?
Over $500.
No, give me a figure. Not over $500. Give me the figure. I have $344.80 for 1 month.
How much is altogether?
Make her do it herself. If she's responsible enough to do it, make her do it herself. You understand? That's the only way she's going to learn. Otherwise, she'll think like this one. You know? The magic duck comes down and says, quack, quack, you get 500 free minutes.
It's $454.10.
Listen to me. That's not over $500. You do understand that, don't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh. Now, Miss Daniels, you are a responsible young woman. At least I hope one day you will grow up to be a responsible young woman. When you use someone's property and you want to sit on the phone and waste your time talking to Bubba in Texas, you got to pay for that. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $454.10. Thank you very much. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I confronted her several times on using the phone, and she said that she would pay the bill several times.
I didn't make half of them calls.
The defendant did say she'd pay for it.
We never discussed the payment if I used the phone, by no means.
And I've caught the defendant many times trying to sneak me.
Is suing his former friend, 21-year-old Charles C.J. Lasher, for wrecking his brother's truck when he fell asleep at the wheel. Charles says he was forced to drive because Matthew was drunk.
Yeah, this is case number 440 on the calendar in the matter of Wilhite versus Lasher. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Sir, have a seat.
How old are you?
21.
Who paid for the car that you were driving?
My older brother.
And he bought his little brother a car? What kind of...
It was actually his car, and I was just borrowing it because my car wasn't working at the time.
So what kind of car were you borrowing from your brother?
It was a 4Runner, a 99 4Runner.
And you were going to a party with some friends in another state?
No, it was in
Another
Los
city.
Angeles.
And you were driving?
I drove up there.
And he was a passenger?
On the way up.
How many other people were in the car?
There was one other person.
Mr. Lasher was sitting in the front or the back of the car?
On the way up?
On the way up.
In the back.
But you went to the party and you got terribly drunk. And Mr. Lasher, according to him, only had one beer, right, Mr. Lasher? So from the back seat, he got into the driver's seat. And he was going to drive home. Is that right, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Unfortunately, he got confused. And he thought he was in his bedroom and he fell asleep. Fortunately, he didn't kill anybody, but he did cause a lot of damage to your brother's car. In addition to that, when the police arrived at the scene, somehow through some misinformation or whatever, the police thought that you were the driver, right?
Yes, they did.
Mr. Lasher said, I don't know how that happened. You were forced to hire an attorney.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Lasher finally decided to come clean and tell the police that he was the one who was driving the car, but that didn't prevent you from having to get a lawyer. And that didn't make your brother feel any better because...
He's out of the car.
He's out of the car. So that's why you're suing Mr. Lasher. Mr. Lasher says it was all a big mistake. Mr. Lasher, what I want to know is, I've just given a scenario of what happened. You went to the party. Matt was dumb enough to get drunk, which he should. Are you related to him?
Father.
So he was dumb enough to get drunk. Got himself into a position where he couldn't drive home, so he turned over the keys to Mr. Lasher, who may not have been drunk, only had a beer or so, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
But he was tired. At what point did you fall asleep, sir? How long had you been driving?
Probably about 100 miles.
Didn't you ever think of pulling over and taking a nap?
No, I just wanted to get home. It was around 3 in the morning, so...
Mm-hmm. You wanted to get home dead or alive?
Alive, Your Honor.
Now, when the police arrived at the scene, how come was it?
Whoa.
When the police arrived at the scene, how do you think they became confused about who was driving the car?
Well, to start with, the car rolled and it was on its roof. I'd gotten out by then, and so had the other guy. And we were pulling Matt out of the car, but it was collapsed on the front right end. So we had to pull him out of the driver's seat, and that's as the paramedics and police were coming. So they saw him get out of the driver's window.
Well, they saw him being pulled out.
Of the driver's window.
Okay. And then at some point, somebody had to say who was driving the car. Who was
Yes.
that?
Nobody told the police.
Did they take him away?
Well, we both got put into the ambulance, and then we went to the hospital. They asked me what happened. I said I didn't know what happened because I was trying to protect myself. I didn't know if I hit anybody or killed somebody, so I was waiting to talk to a lawyer before I said anything to the cops. That's what my insurance company told me to do.
I have a statement right here.
Can I see? You have a police report? Can I see
have
the
it
police report?
highlighted section of the next page too. You
Can I see it, please?
see the difference in the statements at the scene and later.
Let's take a look.
The second statement, CJ wrote later.
So that two people lied, sir. I'm reading this report, and that both Mr. Lasher and the other person also told the police that he and Mr. Lasher were in the back seat of the car sleeping and you were driving.
My dad was actually there, and CJ told me and my dad that before they got there, him and the other guy decided to tell the police a different story before the police actually got there. And my dad,
On my arrival, I contacted the witnesses on the right shoulder and asked them who the driver was of the vehicle. They stated that the gentleman in the back of the ambulance, that was you.
Yep.
That he was the driver because the other two said that they were in the back seat and they were sleeping.
Which is a complete lie. If he would have told the police at the time, at the scene of the accident...
Absolutely right. I'm
that-
just trying to
then I would
satisfy
never have
myself
been
that
arrested.
I'm just trying to satisfy myself, sir, that he was in fact the driver of the car.
Okay.
The driver of the other car, is an independent witness, says that he saw party one, that's you, upside down in the driver's seat and saw the other two passengers crawl over you out of the overturned SUV. P1, that's you,
Yeah.
was the last to get out of the SUV, and when he came out, he stated, "I'm going to jail and I totaled my truck."
That's not true. I never said that any time.
Well, I don't know whether it is or not,
have-
sir. I'm just listening to me very carefully.
Okay.
I'm just telling you what this witness says. He wasn't in the car with you. I mean, I have no idea whether you two concocted this story or not. So I'm reading the police report, which is evidence that you gave me. Here's another witness. He and witness one both saw P1, that's you, in the driver's seat, and observed him to be very unsteady on his feet when he walked to the right shoulder. He stated that he and witness one both observed many cans of beer that were in the SUV when they approached to help it. I'm just going to finish reading what you gave me. It's fascinating.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. 10-year-old Matthew Wilhite says former friend Charles C.J. Lasher owes for wrecking his brother's truck. Matthew says Charles fell asleep at the wheel.
I assume you read this whole thing, sir?
Yes, I did.
Didn't give you any cause to pause at all?
I've been through this whole thing
And?
a bunch of times.
And?
CJ also said he drove the vehicle.
I understand that, but that could be a very, very easy thing to understand, sir. Unless CJ said that he drove the vehicle, they were going to arrest your son.
Oh, they did arrest me.
But they were going to follow through. You see, they weren't going to follow through. I'm speaking. They weren't going to follow through with him because falling asleep, although not a crime yet, some people say that it should be a crime. And if you do that, and if you're driving when you're tired and you can kill other people, then that should be a crime. There are laws pending all over the country now to make it a crime. But right now it's not.
Can I say one thing?
Sure.
I was in Oregon when this happened. Matt called me, and at first I didn't believe him. I thought
maybe what I think.
The police talked to me on Matt's cell phone when he called me, grabbed the cell phone away from him, told me, "I'm taking your son for DUI." So I drove 1,000 miles thinking that son of a... CJ told me that at the scene he panicked, told the police that the driver of the vehicle ran off.
Well, that's not what he's saying now, and that's not what he told the police, and that's not what he's saying today. He's having trouble getting his story together.
Well, I think the fact of the matter is CJ was driving.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
The CHP believes so afterwards. They reversed their thing. I want to show you that.
I'm going to see everything, sir. I'm just looking at independent witnesses who have nothing, absolutely nothing to gain by saying which person was driving. And, of course, California Highway Patrol would reverse their decision and decide to vacate your arrest. If somebody else confessed, then it would be impossible for a jury to convict you. If he got up on the stand and said he wasn't driving, I was driving, what's a jury to believe? They would have to acquit you. So they have no choice but to dismiss the charges against you. I'm not finished reading the police report. Wilhite, that's you, had a red mark across his neck and chest that was identified by the medical staff as a driver's side seat belt due to the collision.
That's a false statement.
Really? So that the medical staff was making a false statement too? So that the medical shh, I'm speaking.
Yes.
So that the medical staff and 2 independent witnesses made a mistake. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm just reading the evidence that you gave me, sir. You see, I know you highlighted certain things in yellow, but you didn't highlight these things. But that's what somebody does when they read evidence. They read everything. And just because he says I was driving and you say that he was driving doesn't mean I necessarily have to believe it, when it would serve both your benefits to have me believe you, right?
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
First thing I did when I saw him, I told him to take off his shirt and let me look at these marks, because there wasn't a mark on him.
What time did you get there, sir?
I got there at 7 o'clock that evening.
Okay.
I would have expected the marks to be worse.
Are you telling me, sir, that you think that the police and the medical staff in the hospital all made up a story for some reason to harm your son?
No, I'm only telling you that I didn't see any marks on him.
That's all, so you didn't see it by the time you got there. They weren't there. The medical staff identified marks consistent with a driver's side seat belt. Not this way, this way. Okay. Nor did the police officer. The police officer, according to this, didn't believe your change of story either. Lasher was asked at the scene and again at the hospital who the driver of the car was, and he also again stated that he was not driving, that he was asleep.
They said that there were 2 young guys in the back seat of a Toyota 4Runner with the front seat open. I'm saying it doesn't make sense to me.
But it doesn't make sense to me that he took his brother's car and went and got drunk and then drove home. That doesn't make sense to me.
I didn't drive home.
Well, I'm not so sure. And I may be wrong, Mr. Wilhite. I may be wrong. I have been wrong once or twice in my life. I can't remember the last time, but I have been wrong a couple of times in my life. Bottom line is, it's too bad whether you were driving or whether you were not driving. You acted irresponsibly that night, and if you have to pay the piper, you pay the piper. I'm not convinced that you were not driving the car. And whether you were or whether you weren't, you went to a party, you were entrusted with your brother's car, you ruined it. Your irresponsibility ruined your brother's car. You take care of paying for it. And if you had a problem because you got busted, taken into custody for a brief period of time because you acted irresponsibly, you told somebody else to drive the car who was too tired to get home, that's your problem. Your case is dismissed. That's all. Out.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Witness accounts are always wrong.
I just didn't think he was going to come back and sue me after I helped him out get off the case.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Kendall versus Ruggiero, step forward, please.
25-year-old office manager Tanya Kendall is suing her ex-boyfriend, 23-year-old restaurant worker Jeremy Ruggiero, for throwing away her brand new couch.
Miss Kendall, Mr. Ruggiero and you were in a relationship, according to what I've read. And several months ago, you purchased living room furniture.
Yes, ma'am.
A couch, a love seat, and a chair.
Yes, ma'am.
Probably didn't measure too well because when you got back to the house with the furniture, the couch didn't fit. So Mr. Ruggiero took the couch to his mother's house.
Yes, ma'am.
Your mother had a place for it?
Yes, ma'am.
And a month after you bought the couch, the two of you had a falling out. Weren't dating anymore. You asked him for the couch back. Ultimately, he said okay. You went over to pick it up. Wasn't there. Mr. Ruggiero says he put it out on the porch for you.
Right next to the street.
Right next to the street. Right? This month-old sofa. Is that right?
Yeah.
Like it was garbage.
Basically.
Now, I have to sort of get in my head what the relationship was at the time, how angry each of you was at the other. Mr. Ruggiero, at the time that you put the sofa out on the street, what was going on in your mind, Mr. Ruggiero?
I just didn't want to. I just said, she can have it back, you know what I mean? I was like, me and my brother just put it out there, and then we left.
We can't hear you, sir. Could you speak up, please?
I said, basically, me and my brother just put it out on the side of the curb, and we just left.
I asked you what was going on in your mind at the time. You know you have a mind. You know what you were thinking. Let me ask you this question. Do you live with your mother?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what other pieces of furniture she has in her living room.
She got a couch, TV.
Okay, let's start with the TV. If you had an argument with your mother, and you put her TV out on the curb, and I said to you, what was going on in your mind? Would you give me as stupid an answer as, I don't know, I just don't want it anymore? Or would you say I was angry with my mother? She had called me a bad name?
Yeah, I was pretty angry at her. So.
That's what I want to know. So you were pretty angry at her. You want to tell me why, Mr. Ruggiero?
Basically, because we was at the bar one day, and she left me there, so I had to walk 5 miles home. So then I was like, okay, we're just through. So.
Okay. So you had an argument, she let you up, but that was a month before? Or that was just the day before?
That was like a week. When I put the couch out, it was like a week and a half later when I put the couch out.
Okay. So you had an argument, she made you walk home, 5 miles. A week later, you put the couch outside.
Yeah.
Now, what happened in that week's period of time?
Well, basically, because I was trying to get my stuff out of her apartment. So when I finally got my stuff, that was about a week. And then she put a restraining order on me. I was like, okay. So the only way you can come and get your couch is if I put it near the curb, because I don't want you in my yard. So now I put it in the curb, me and my brother left, and it's gone. So I suppose that she got it.
You what?
I think she got it. I think.
Got it.
Got it.
No, got.
Got.
Without an S.
Okay.
You think that she got it. Think again. You want to say anything to me?
Yes, I do, please.
All right, let's hear it fast, please. So far, you're not losing this case.
I purchased furniture on February 13th.
Shh, listen to me. I said you purchased it?
Yes.
He took it to his mother's?
Yes.
He didn't take good care of it? He put it out on the curb? You want to say anything else?
I never spoke to him. My mother handled it. I spoke to him before we broke up. I told him to bring it back from his mother's. And I
just tell me how much you paid for the couch, will you, please?
$689.
Now, Mr. Ruggiero, when you had the couch at your mother's house, what was the arrangement as far as your mother paying for the couch? Was she going to purchase it?
Yeah, we told her we'd give it to her for $300.
Could you please keep your voice up? I can't hear you. You have to speak so I can hear you.
I said we told my mom we'd give it to her for $300.
No, you don't give her for $300. You'd sell it to her for $300.
We'll sell it to her for $300.
And she said what?
She said, all right. And then we broke up. So I was like, and then she said she wants the couch back. I said, okay.
And your mother hadn't given her the $300, so your mother didn't buy it.
No, it's what she was going to do is give it to her like $50 a month, make the payment for us.
But she didn't do that.
Yeah, because we had no time.
She didn't do that. She gave her no money. Is that right?
No.
And she's still paying for the couch. Is that right?
I suppose so.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you mean you suppose so? What do you do for a living?
Huh?
Huh is not an answer. You do huh? I never know. What kind of training do you need to do huh? Now, you break up. She has a piece of furniture. She lent it to your mother to put in your mother's house so that your mother could use it. And then you have an argument with her. Did you get your stuff back?
Not all of it.
What didn't you get back?
He got everything.
Of course he did. What didn't you get back, Mr. Ruggiero?
Like my lawn chairs.
Just a minute. Your lawn chairs. Tell me about your lawn chairs.
Some nice lawn chairs.
What else?
I forget now.
Let me put it to you this way. What did you get back?
My PlayStation 2.
PlayStation 2? That's a nice thing. Go ahead.
My dresser suit.
A dresser?
Like suit, like 3-piece thing.
Okay.
My fish tank, and that's it, really.
Fish tank with fish in it? She didn't kill the fish, did she? She didn't put them out at the curb, did she? No. Then don't tell me about your lawn chairs, because if she wanted to steal something from you, she would have taken the PlayStation 2 or something more valuable. But she didn't. So you got your stuff back. So you were irritated, and you acted like a jerk. For that, you have to pay. Jerks pay. $680 judgment for the plaintiff.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I think it went great.
She knows she got your couch back. That's the bottom line.
I just wanted to basically hear that I won.
Money. She's broke.
I wanted my money for my couch that he took from me.
It's just an easy way to get money. Everybody sues these days.
Oh, no, I'm not all about money.
Relationship wasn't good at all, man.
He's just not a nice person.
Don't mess with crazy girls.
Stay away from people, guys. Don't get involved in relationships.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Berardi versus Berardi. Step forward, please.
Fleet manager John Berardi is suing his ex-wife, homemaker Lisa Berardi, for an unpaid loan for their son's legal fees. Lisa claims the money was John's idea.
Mr. Berardi, the defendant is your former wife. According to your complaint, you say that she owes you $950 for legal fees that were incurred by your 14-year-old son. 14-year-old son evidently got a hold of a BB gun, and he shot the BB gun while he was in his mother's custody. Was anybody injured?
No.
Some property damage?
A hole in a window.
Okay. He was arrested, and you claim that his mother borrowed the money from you to pay for a lawyer. You want the money back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When were you divorced?
When were we divorced? I don't remember the date.
I asked the question.
I don't
you
remember
don't
the
remember.
date.
She'll remember. When were you divorced?
89.
What month?
It was during the summertime, about June, July.
I know the hour and the second. In any event, sometime during the summer of 1989.
Mm-hmm.
So your son was very young at the time because he's 14 years now. Do you share custody of him?
Yes.
Do either of you pay support?
No.
You each take care of him when you have him?
Yes, ma'am.
So to say, yes.
What do you mean that's so to say? I don't understand that.
Well, he resides with me.
And he was visiting with you?
Mm-hmm.
Where did he get the BB gun from?
A friend of mine. We borrowed the BB gun so we can take him up to Pennsylvania by my brother's house.
Okay. Tell me about the loan, sir.
After I got the letters from the court stating that he had to be defended by an attorney, I called around, and the cheapest attorney I could find was $1,000. Since I was not receiving any child support, it was very difficult for me to have to spend that kind of money. I called his mother, and I told her the only way I could do it is if I took the money from a credit card. She told me that she would pay me the full amount for the attorney. She would give me $50 to $100 a month when she could, and every time I asked, she never seemed to have the money for it. Finally, she told me that she would give it to me from her tax return this year, and when that came in, she had to use it for something else. So, again, I didn't receive any money. I just felt like I was being taken advantage of, so I had to file the claim.
Go ahead.
I don't feel that I owe him.
No, the question is, did he call you and tell you about the attorney?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Well, tell me about your version of your recollection of that conversation.
When he called, he told me that he needed an attorney for my son and that the cheapest was $1,000. I did not have $1,000 or $500 to give him. And I said, let me find out and see if I can do it through legal aid. But because my son resides with his father was held responsible for that. So I said, okay, at least I tried. He asked me, for me to pay him. And at the time, I wound up getting laid off at my job. I was on unemployment. I was backed up with bills. I could not afford to pay it. I did say to him that when I would get my unemployment, I would, give him some money. When my unemployment came in, it wasn't what I was expecting. So I could not afford, because I've been backed up. I'm backed up with bills. Now I'm on disability.
What's the nature of your disability?
I fell and I broke my tailbone, and I have 4 herniated and ruptured discs.
You owe him the money, and you're going to pay him the money, and I'm going to tell you why. You're getting a free ride. You haven't paid him child support.
He waived that. I support my child when he's by me.
No. He may not pursue you for child support, but that doesn't mean that you're not getting a freebie, madam. Just because you're the mother and he's the father and he happens to have custody of the child, the law is gender blind. We don't see mother, father, we just see 2 parents. And each parent is responsible for the child's support. And you've been getting away with it for a long time. So, I believe that you said to him, when I get my money, I'll help you out as best I can, and he relied on that. And how much was the lawyer, $950?
The lawyer was $1,000.
Well, you're suing for $950 because she gave you $50.
She gave me $50. Right.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $950. Consider yourself lucky. Goodbye. Thank you.
Excuse, you may step out.
I couldn't afford it.
I just want to put the matter behind us and move forward.
I just told him whenever I had the money.
We have to parent our child together. And
if I can afford to give it to him, I would.
Courtroom. This is Judge Judy. Real estate broker June Dolan is suing her brother, cook Paul Hughes, for the cost of a defense attorney to keep him out of jail. Paul says his ex-girlfriend was the person who borrowed the money.
Yeah, and this is case number 122 on the calendar in the matter of Dolan versus Hughes. You guys have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
Thank you,
Have a
Bert.
seat. You are.
Miss Dallin, Mr. Hughes is your brother.
Yes.
And I gather from your complaint that you've bailed him out of jail a couple of times.
Yes.
First time you bailed him out of jail was in a dispute involving a girlfriend or something, and you're not asking for reimbursement of that. Second time you bailed him out of jail, you claim it cost you $5,000. You want the money back.
It was actually $5,208.
Well, our limit is $5,000.
Yes.
Mr. Hughes said it was very nice of you to bail him out of jail. He never asked you to do it. A loan was never created. Someone else asked you. Someone by the name of Nancy, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's not you, is it?
Yes.
Oh, Nancy. So, Ms. Dallin, tell me about the second time you bailed him out of jail.
Okay.
When was it?
It actually wasn't bailing him out of jail. It was paying for a defense attorney for him.
Oh. Was he in jail at the time?
No. He was supposed to be in jail, but he took off from Minnesota and came to California.
So he was out on a fugitive warrant?
Yes.
Was he staying with you?
He showed up at my door, yes.
So tell me about the $5,200 and some odd dollars.
So he had this other attorney that was supposed to be a really, really good attorney because he kind of got the shaft on the first attorney. And the attorney said, well, you didn't deserve all the punishment that you got. He had 3 days left of a 3-year probation. So, and anger management class and all kinds of stuff. So the sentence that he got was horrible. He got another 18 months anger management. He got 3 more years of probation. He got...
Because he did what?
He had alcohol in his system. It was his birthday, and he went out and he had beer, and they were pulled over, and that was a violation of probation. So the judge gave... the judge just like dumped on him and gave him this whole...
Sounds perfect to me.
Big, long...
These are the rules.
Right.
You break the rules, there's a consequence.
So the
they
second
didn't put
attorney...
him on a rack, did they?
Did they what?
Put him on a rack? They didn't put him on a rack?
No.
Go ahead.
So the second attorney said, I know the judge, and I will go and I will talk to the judge for you, but it's going to cost you $5,000. I had already paid for the first one, $3,000. I paid for the home monitoring system. I paid $1,200 in collect phone calls from jail.
Okay, I got, you've been a good sister so far.
So the $5,000, he decides that he's in love with Nancy, who is my best friend of the last 25 years, actually, and he works for her. Her folks own a marina in Lake Minnetonka, and he is the chef there. So,
Nancy called you.
No. Well, we talk every day on the phone. We all talk every day on the phone.
I understand that. Nancy called you and asked you for the money. That's what you said.
Well,
don't play, Miss Dallin. That's
Nancy
what you say.
Nancy guaranteed the money. She said she would take it out of...
Listen to me. According to your complaint, you had a conversation with Nancy. You want me to read it to you?
Okay. I had several conversations with Nancy.
I don't care what your conversations were, but just several conversations were. Only one of us can talk at one time. In October 2002, Nancy called and asked that I pay for yet another attorney. Nancy was so distraught, begged and pleaded. So you had a conversation with Nancy about the money.
And I told Nancy, no. No.
Go ahead.
Nancy said, I will garnish his wages and make payments. And they did. They made 2 payments on this credit card.
Just a second. So Nancy said, he works for me. I'll put a garnish on his wages.
Yes.
So she
guaranteed the money. It's almost like
I know what a garnish. No, I know what a garnishment is. She didn't guarantee the money. She said, as long as he's working here for me, I will garnish his salary so that you'll get the money. Guaranteeing the money is different. Guaranteeing the money is, if he doesn't pay you back, I will.
And then she said, when I sell my house, I will give him the money to pay you off, and then he can make payments to me. That's, to me, sound like a guarantee.
Well, that's different from what you just told me. Except she has to sell her house first.
She did sell her house.
Okay.
And I still don't have any money.
So why are you suing your brother?
Because he's the one that borrowed it from me.
So far, I don't have that. So far, I have she borrowed it from you.
She didn't borrow it from me. She encouraged it.
Miss Dallin, you got it all wrong, madam.
They're multimillionaires. The family is multimillionaires.
Miss Dallin, I want you to pay attention to me. I understand that what you did was you advanced this money. What you are suing for in court is an oral contract. Your oral contract was with Nancy. She may not have benefited from the contract because He was the one who was in trouble. She may have benefited from it. Let's say she benefited from it because he was a valued employee for whatever reason. And she wanted to ensure that he was going to stay on the job, so she guaranteed the return of your money, even though it wasn't for her immediate benefit.
Well,
that
she wanted to marry him.
Listen to me. That creates a contract. His defense to this is, sure, my sister gave me the money for the attorney, but I never agreed to pay her back.
Yes, he did.
She agreed to pay her back.
He's the one that said he would pay me back.
Well, you never told me that, Miss Dallin.
On it.
No, you never told me that, Miss Dallin. You told me your contract was with Nancy. Now I'll hear you further. You explain to me your contract with your brother. But make sure it's true, because I've already heard the first part of it. So far, I haven't heard anything about your brother.
Judge Judy June Dolan says her brother, Paul Hughes, owes for the cost of an attorney. Paul says it was his ex-girlfriend who borrowed the money.
Go ahead.
He needed the money because he was on the run, and he wanted to go back to Minnesota to be with her. They've had this love affair for 25 years, on and off.
Yes.
So he said, I need $5,000. So he had gone out. He knew the attorney. He was going to try to make payments to him. He was going to do whatever he could do to pay off this money. So he asked me for the money. And I said, I don't have $5,000. I'm still making payments on the first
Fine, so you
money.
said no.
So I said, absolutely not. No. So he called, and he called, and he called, and he called back to her, and they sat and tried to work something out to get this money. Finally, he's not going anywhere when he's staying at my house. He's got a sentence hanging over his head. He's running from the law. So Nancy said, come back here and work at the Caribbean. I will garnish your wages, and we'll make the payments to you. So I said...
The contract is with her, not with him.
But he's the one that said, will you loan me the money? I finally said, okay.
No. Listen to me. That's not what happened, Miss Dallin. What happened was he asked to borrow the money, and you said no. And he asked you again, and you said, no, I'm still paying off the other money. Then your best friend called you, who you know has money, and said, in effect, he's going to come back, he's going to work for me in the restaurant, I'm going to garnish his salary, so you're assured of getting your money.
She guaranteed it.
Then you got to sue her, not him. You have no contract. You have no legally binding contract with your brother. Now, I'm not going into whether or not you have a legally binding contract with Nancy. You may. I don't have to go into that now. She's not a party. You don't have a legally binding contract with your brother because he asked to borrow the money and you said no.
Well, I said no several times. I said no on the first one, and I finally gave in to him.
No, you gave in to her. You rejected his request until she convinced you that she would be good for the money. Then you said okay.
She never said she'd be good for the money. She said she'd take it out of his paycheck and pay it. And he made 2 payments on it. That shows faith.
That shows nothing, madam. You're suing the wrong person. You do not have a legally binding contract with your brother. You rejected his request for the money until she, your friend of 25 years, said to you, I will, in effect, get the money back to you. If it's not through him working at the restaurant, it's when I sell my house and I'm going to give him the money. But your contract was not with him. So you've got the wrong party over there. Try her. That's all. Case dismissed.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
She actually had nothing to do with it. Nothing.
I didn't ask her for the money.
Hopefully we can all go out and have lunch or something and talk about it.
I'm not paying the money, so...
And now
all parties in the matter of Ibarra versus Swanner. Step forward, please.
25-year-old machinist Rudy Ibarra is suing 19-year-old secretary Amber Swanner for running him over while he was riding his skateboard.
Mr. Ibarra, who is this person?
This is my witness, Sylvia.
Okay. According to your complaint, you were riding a skateboard.
Yes.
And you were going past a driveway.
Yes, a drive-through Taco Bell.
And according to you, the defendant was driving her car, hit you
yes.
with her car, causing you to fall off your skateboard,
yes.
and you were injured.
Yes.
You want to be compensated for that.
Yes.
Including your medical bills, your lost wages, pain and suffering.
Yes.
Ms. Swanner says that she did not hit you, that you fell off your skateboard in all probability. She is counterclaiming because she said that because of your false complaint, she was arrested for hit and run and spent a few days in jail. and she wants all of her expenses, and also to be compensated for what she claims was a false claim by you.
Yes.
So why don't you tell me when this incident took place and what happened based upon what you observed?
It was Valentine's Day. I was skating.
That would be February 14th.
February 14th, yes. I was skating down the sidewalk, and I was passing through the drive-thru, and I looked back, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw a gray car, I don't know, brown or something, that hit the back of my leg, and it knocked me off my skateboard. And when it spun me around, and when I looked around, I was looking right at her, and I said, "You just hit me, lady." And she like kind of smirked.
Just a minute, she spun you around.
She hit the back of my leg, it spun me around, because I was on my skateboard.
Right.
So it spun me around, and I landed on my butt.
Oh, and you fell. You
Yes.
left out the fall part.
Yes.
Tell me about your injuries.
She hit my leg, and it gave me a bruise on my leg. I couldn't work for a month.
You have a medical report?
Yes.
I'd like to see it, please. What kind of work do you do, sir?
I was a machinist at the time.
Were you taken to the emergency room?
No. I refused service from the ambulance because I didn't have insurance at the time, so I went the following morning, or the following day.
And you went home?
Yes.
How did you get home?
I drove myself. I have an automatic truck.
Okay, now I'll hear your version of the events.
On February 14, 2002, I was across the street at the Albertsons, and I noticed the plaintiff skateboarding back and forth from one end of the driveway in Taco Bell to the next end. And I pulled out of Albertsons and I pulled into the Taco Bell parking lot. After I got my food, I went to the end of the driveway, looked both ways, left and right, because the traffic is only coming on toward the right. And so the plaintiff was coming toward the right, or excuse me, he was coming toward the left. Sorry. And he fell right on the right side of the car. I rolled down my window and I asked him, was he okay? He proceeded to flip me off. So I figured, you know, this guy fell. I was trying to help him. I was going to call an ambulance.
He fell?
Yes, ma'am, he fell. So I went back to my house, and 20 minutes later, the sheriff's department knocked on the door. They then arrested me. I waited all day to see the judge. The judge wouldn't see me because the DA threw out the case. They said that there was not enough evidence in order to support his claim.
Were you a witness to these events?
Yes, I was.
Would you step up, please? Tell me your name.
Sylvia Apodaca.
Ms. Apodaca, do you know the plaintiff from before this incident?
No.
And you don't know the defendant?
No.
But you did observe what happened on February 14th?
Yes, I did.
Well, tell me what you observed.
I was going down the road, my mom was driving, and I'd seen him skateboarding, and I caught him, she was coming down out of the Taco Bell driveway, and him coming down on the skateboard, and she like bumped him, and he fell and rolled.
So you actually saw her bump him?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Any question in your mind?
No.
Did you or did you not tell that to the police?
I didn't talk to the police.
After you did as he requested, you went and got her number, her license plate number?
Actually, when she pulled out and left, and we were coming up, I was like, whoa, when I saw it happen, I was like, whoa. And I was like, she's leaving, and she was like giggling. I was like,
She was?
Uh-huh. And she had her hand over her mouth, and she was like that. And then we turned around and got her license plate number, and I went in where he was laying down. I asked him if he was okay, and I gave him the license plate number and my telephone number if he needed anything, because I had to go.
That's a different version of the events. You left the scene of an accident. My question to you, Mr. Ybarra, is your medical bills are $814.89. Is that right?
Yes.
You have any proof that you were employed at the time and that a doctor told you you had to stay home?
No, I don't. I was waiting for a fax from my boss. He was faxing here.
That's what we deal with here, sir.
Yes.
Proof.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't think you were seriously hurt, Mr. Ybarra.
Well, when you're hit, have you ever been on a
Mr.
skateboard?
Ybarra, listen to me very carefully,
Yes,
sir.
ma'am.
If one is seriously injured, they accept emergency treatment at the scene. They don't get into their truck and drive home and wait until the next day to go to an emergency
but when you're
room.
poor,
Do you
it's
understand?
a different story. Yes,
Do you
ma'am.
understand, Mr.
I understand.
Ybarra? Very good.
Yes.
Okay. Good. However, Mr. Ybarra, you're suing for $2,500.
Yes.
$814 of that is your medical bill.
Yes.
And I don't find your request excessive.
Yes. I
At all.
understand.
So I'm giving you the judgment you request. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,500. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
So they got the money, but I mean, obviously his claim wasn't even real because the DA threw it out. So I would be in jail right now instead of standing here in front of you.
I probably didn't file soon enough. I thought it was going to be handled other ways.
No, I did not hit him. He fell on his skateboard. I asked him, was he okay, and he flipped me off.
I'm glad that it got settled and my bills get to be paid.
24-year-old Chad Collins and his wife Patty are suing Chad's ex-girlfriend, 21-year-old student Maury Borigierdi, for vandalizing their van. Maury is denying the charge.
Yeah, this is case number 126 on the calendar in the matter of Collins versus Borigierdi. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Ladies, have seats, please.
Mr. and Mrs. Collins, it is your claim that the defendant vandalized your van.
Yes, ma'am.
Van is in both of your names. That's why you're both here. The defendant says she didn't do it, and your accusation is ridiculous. Mr. Collins, I gather that when you were briefly separated from your wife, you dated also very briefly the defendant. It's your claim that when you got back with your wife, the two ladies didn't get along, and then there has been a series of altercations between the two of them.
It's true.
Culminating in this incident with your van. So when was your van vandalized? When was your van vandalized?
On January 6th, 2003.
And where had it been parked, sir?
In a church parking lot.
Are you affiliated with the church?
No, I'm not.
What was it doing there?
The church basically lets the apartment complex park, because we don't have too much parking in our apartment complex, so they let cars park there if there's no parking.
So this happened January 6, 2003. Did you see the defendant vandalize your car?
No, ma'am.
Who did?
Actually, nobody witnessed it. The only thing that we have is my wife's friend, Heather, who's sitting right here. She's seen Miss Borigierdi leaving in her car the night when that happened.
She came to our house about 4:30 in the morning.
On what morning?
The day his car got vandalized, the 6th?
Yes, the 6th.
She came over banging on our door.
Did you go over to their house 4:30 in the morning?
I went at 2 in the morning after they had broken my car window.
Okay, so you went there 2 in the morning. And why did you go there 2 in the morning?
Basically, after I made the police report, I went over there to confront her to tell her to pay for my car.
You thought that Mrs. Collins broke your car window.
I walked out and saw her car by my car drive away, and she yelled at me, "That's what you get." With both of them in the
Just
car.
a minute. And they were both in the car.
And my
And you
friend
went
here
there at
witnessed
2 o'clock
that
in the
also.
morning.
Yeah.
Well, that was stupid.
I know, I guess it was, but I
Well,
mean,
have you been doing other stupid things to them?
Nothing stupid, no.
Huh?
No, ma'am.
So at 2 o'clock in the morning, you went over there and told them to pay for the window. And what did they do?
She just kept saying that she didn't do it and get out of here, I'm going to call the police. And I just kept saying, you did do it. I want you to pay for it. Go ahead, call the police, because I'm not doing anything wrong. Tell them to come here.
So you went over there to have an argument with her?
Basically, I guess.
Yes.
I called the... Sorry.
You went over there to have an argument with her, and you did?
Yeah.
And did you get satisfaction? Did she pay for the window?
No, she didn't.
So I assume that when you left, you were very angry.
Well, I just...
Of course you were. You were very angry when you went over there. So when you got no satisfaction, you were even angrier when you left. Is that a fair statement? Of course it is. Stand up here. Tell me your name.
Heather Roberts.
You saw her car?
Yes.
What time?
It was after the cops had left, so it was like early morning around
After
there.
the cops had left who?
Their house.
Our house. They came to our house.
And you all lived together?
No.
No, she
I
to
came
pick up
over
my
to
daughter.
get the baby.
What baby?
Her baby.
For what?
Because of all that conflict.
I didn't want the baby around.
Yeah.
Are you a neighbor?
Well, I'm her best friend.
My daughter's
I just
godmother.
live like a block away.
And you were there after the police left?
Yeah.
What did you see?
I saw her car and I saw her with the blonde girl getting into the car next to the church parking lot. And then I left.
Had you seen a blonde girl there that evening?
They came to my door. Her and that lady came to my door, screaming and yelling. They threatened our car. We have incident reports, we have police reports, everything.
Your
She
Honor?
left before the cops. We told her to wait, and she left.
Is there anything else around this church parking lot?
Not really.
Now, when you say you saw the defendant's car, had it been parked?
Yeah. It was like if you pull up in front of the church, the parking lot next to it's not that far away.
The location where you saw them getting into the car, was that a parking space or was it just...
It was on the street.
What does that mean on the street?
Fire zone.
Pulled up in front of the church.
So it's not a parking space?
No.
Actually,
it's just on the street.
I'm not speaking to you. So it is not a parking space?
No.
That's all I wanted to know.
Thank you.
Can I see damage to the van?
Yes. I have pictures of all the damage. You want police reports?
Yes.
I got estimates, bill of sale on the vehicle.
What do you mean bill of sale?
It got towed.
It got towed.
We couldn't move it.
And I couldn't pay for the towing costs or anything like that. It was towed because it was vandalized in a church parking lot.
It was towed because it was vandalized in a church parking lot. Well, that's not a violation of the law.
The church towed it. The church towed it because we couldn't move it.
I also have...
Just a sec. Don't give me a lot of baloney. Vandalized doesn't mean that you can't drive it.
The tires were slashed. And the windows were all busted out. There's glass everywhere.
There's blood all over the car.
Yeah, it wasn't drivable.
There's blood all over the car?
There was blood
There was
all over
blood.
the car.
It's a malicious act.
One of you must have gotten hurt when you did this to the car. Police saw fresh blood on the ground. Okay. What is this that you're giving me?
It's a bill of sale.
No, it isn't. It's baloney.
That's what... I mean, we didn't...
It's baloney.
That's the only thing that we had. We didn't have any documents or anything like that. We just signed over the car, and I asked them for a bill of sale.
Let me explain something to you, sir. You see something's written over here?
Yeah. At the time, when we were signing it, the pen ran out of ink. If you could see in my signature, it's also like kind of faded. It was running out of ink, and then we had to grab another pen. There's nothing phony about that, actually, Your Honor.
Could somebody find out the book value on a 1987 van, GMC Safari minivan? Or do you think you can get me that information from the Blue Book?
Sure.
Thank you.
Judge Judy continues. Claim Chad's ex-girlfriend, Maury Borigierdi, vandalized their van.
What is it again?
It's a 1987 GMC Safari minivan. Let's get it in fair condition.
Okay. Fair condition. I think it's $750.
$750. So you see, Mr. Collins, either you're the worst horse trader or you're just a bad fibber. Because you say you paid $3,000 for the car. Where'd you get $3,000 from?
Actually, I didn't pay the whole $3,000. I paid $500 up front, and I'm still paying it off right now.
Show me.
Show you?
Yeah.
I don't have any proof of that right now.
Right.
I do not.
Correct. You see, I didn't even know that when I said this was a lot of baloney. Because if this is a bill of sale, it would have said that you were purchasing a car for $3,000 with a $500 deposit and the rest being paid at the rate of $100 a week or $200 a week. Do you understand? So you try to give me this piece of garbage, which is meaningless, nothing. You made it up yesterday, so then it goes in the garbage. That's one thing. Now, so far, I gather that you paid $500 for this old van, if that. The van, according to the Blue Book, is worth $750. You're suing her for $4,000. That means your 87 Safari is the only one in town that's appreciated in value in the last 8 months. Do you understand, Mr. Collins?
Yeah, I understand.
You got it. Good. I'm glad. You got it. I mean, I don't know whether you think that everybody's stupid, but I guarantee you, not all people over 40 are stupid. And as we get older, some of us get smarter. However, you vandalized his van. You and your girlfriend. I don't know which one of you got cut, and quite frankly, I don't give a rat's behind which one of you got cut. You did it because you were in a bad mood, in a foul mood. You called the police. You couldn't even control yourself because after you called the police, you went storming over to their house. Quiet! You went storming over to their house. You were furious. It was in the middle of the night, and you got zero satisfaction. You and your girlfriend found his van and proceeded to slash his tires and bust out the windows. That's going to cost you $750. Judgment for the plaintiff. Get out.
All these are excused. You may step out.
She can't get over the fact that I don't want him. She thinks I want him.
She's obsessed. She needs help. I obviously broke up with him for a reason. She calls, peeks out the window, follows him around. She's insecure and pathetic, actually. It's really sad.
Get a life. And now the next case is Judge Judy. City worker Thomas Shork is suing his daughter's ex-fiancé, tile business owner Jamie Dennison, for the unpaid balance on furniture. Jamie says the furniture shouldn't be his debt.
Yeah, this is case number 185 on the calendar in the matter of Shork versus Dennison. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ladies, have seats, please.
Mr. Shork, Mr. Dennison is your daughter's former boyfriend. They have a child together, according to what I've read. It is your claim that Mr. Dennison owes you for furniture that was purchased on your credit card that was left in the home when he and your daughter separated, when she left with the child. Mr. Dennison seems to indicate in his answer that you bought him a gift. Is that right, sir?
Yes.
And this whole thing arose because you're angry over some child support order that was currently made or not made. And that's why you're here today.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Mr. Dennison, I have a couple of questions to ask you before I go to Mr. Schrock. How old is your child?
3.
And how long did you live with Mr. Schrock's daughter?
We were together for probably, 2 years.
And who is this person here?
This is my girlfriend, Melissa.
What does she have to contribute to this case?
Well, she was a witness to the fight that he come over to the house, and he wanted to fight me over the furniture.
Well, I don't have that as part of this case, so she's really not relevant to anything. Now, when did you start to live with Mr. Schrock's daughter?
She moved in with me and my parents when we first got together.
When?
See, Caitlin's 3, so 2000.
And did you ever move into your own apartment?
Yes, ma'am, we did.
When did you move into your own apartment?
We moved in probably 8 months or so after we lived with my parents in 2000.
And when did you and Mr. Schrock's daughter separate?
We separated several times.
The last time?
It's 2 years ago.
Are you the daughter?
Yes, ma'am.
Step up. What's the date?
January of 2001. We actually lived together for 4 years. Our daughter was born in 99.
Now, I want you to tell me, sir, about the motive that you allege that Mr. Schrock has to bring this lawsuit about this child support problem. Tell me about that. Do you pay child support for your daughter?
Yes.
In what amount?
Sum of $303 a month.
And how long have you been paying the $300 a month?
Over a year now.
And prior to that, were you paying support?
No, not when she left, not the beginning.
For how long hadn't you paid any support?
6 months.
Now, what was this child support case about, sir?
It was for the child support of it. And,
well, you say that Mr. Schrock is angry. Why would he be angry?
I guess because over the furniture?
No, it's not over the furniture. You say in your answer they are just angry because of a child support issue that came up a few months ago.
Correct.
So what was the child support issue?
The child support issue.
Why don't you tell me?
It's because he doesn't pay.
That's what she says.
He's been to jail prior once before for not paying, and he's now currently $3,400 behind on the current order.
When was he in jail prior for not paying child support?
June of 2002.
Is that correct, Mr. Dennison?
I was in jail, Your Honor, yes.
And I didn't start receiving.
For child support.
No, you were in jail for not paying child support.
Well, it was, yes, for not paying child support.
Okay. And how much child support did you not pay?
It was a total of $1,000, which it cost me $1,000 to get out of jail.
I don't care what it cost you to get out of jail. You owed $1,000 according to you at that time.
Correct.
Is that what he owed at that time?
It was like $1,200, yeah. It was pretty much.
And how much does he owe now?
Currently, he owes a total of almost $6,000.
Why?
Your Honor, I've been paying my child support.
No, you haven't been, sir.
I've been paying money in, and they have also, I've called the child support division, and they're saying the days that I've sent checks that they're not receiving the checks and money orders, but I've been sending the money orders. So I don't know what's
This is not a vast conspiracy, sir. This is not a vast right-wing conspiracy against you. One check may get lost. 2 checks over the course of several years may get lost, but not $6,000 worth. That doesn't get lost.
I'm not aware of $6,000, Judge.
All right, Mr. Schrock.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me about the furniture.
My daughter and Mr. Jameson were living together, and they had got him a trailer and was moving in and was needing some furniture, and they were having trouble with their credit and stuff, and so I co-signed to get him the furniture. And after doing so, a few months after, they were, in the process of splitting up, and she was having trouble getting her things, and so I went with her one day, and they were arguing over pretty much everything, when you do split, how that stuff goes. And she was taking all of her stuff, and he said he would pay for the furniture if I left it, and he would continue making the payments. And I've been through a couple divorces, and I know how it is, so I felt a little compassion for the man. I liked the man a lot, and I said, well, that'd be fine. A couple months later, I received a statement saying he had not made payment, so I took the statement to him, and he said, well, I'll take care of it. And
So, let's hear what happened.
Well, Your Honor, when we lived together, my checks on Fridays, I work week to week, my checks went to her to pay bills. I had $740 to give on the loan. I tried to get the loan in my name. It didn't go through. So the next day I went to work. She calls her father. Her father then goes down with her and signs for the furniture. And it's true, she told me to keep the furniture. She didn't want it, the responsibility. Well, come to find out that the payments hadn't been made for like 6 months. The note was $1,400 and some odd dollars. I had the $740 to put down it, so I was only
So
going to
did you, in fact, put down the $740 is my question.
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Is that correct, Mr. Schrock?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's fair. And of the furniture that you had, you were moving back to your parents?
Yes.
So you weren't going to take this furniture?
No, I was going to.
Yes,
but
she
he
was.
wasn't going to let me have it.
They were arguing over it. We had to co-sign for
What
her. and
furniture was it?
It was a couch, a love seat, coffee table, end tables, and an entertainment center.
And that was in what year?
And we bought it in 2000.
Mr. Schrock,
Yes.
I want you to listen to me very carefully, sir.
Yes.
Furniture that's 3 years old, a living room set, couch, love seat, tables, entertainment center, all that furniture that costs $1,400 is probably not still standing or sitting or whatever. I understand that you're angry. Is your daughter living with you?
No.
Do you spend time with your granddaughter?
Of course.
Who are you living with?
I'm living with my boyfriend in Shelbyville.
How long have you been living with your boyfriend?
2 years.
Is this going to be a permanent arrangement?
Yes.
How long were you living with him?
About 4.5 years.
Was that a permanent arrangement?
I thought it was.
Judge Judy continues. His daughter's ex-fiancé, Jamie Dennison, owes for the unpaid balance on furniture. Jamie says he never made an agreement to pay.
Does Mr. Dennison see his daughter?
Yes, there was a period of time which he didn't because he wasn't paying child support. So he felt that he wouldn't call to get her because there was a warrant for his arrest. So there was an 8-month period of time that he did not see her.
But once he went to jail, he started to see her again?
Yes.
So when do you see your daughter, Mr. Dennison?
Very seldom, Judge. Very seldom.
How often do you pay support, Mr. Dennison?
I try to pay support usually on time every week.
Trying is not an answer. That doesn't mean that you're not supposed to see your daughter.
Correct.
But you're supposed to be a responsible
I
parent.
don't get to see her, Judge.
Yes, you do.
Last weekend was my weekend, Judge. I'd have all my children together.
How many
And
children do you
I
have?
have 3 children.
3 children?
3 children, yes.
How old are your 3 children?
11, 6, and 3.
Have you ever been married?
Yes,
How many times?
just once.
Are the 2 other children the product of that marriage?
I have 3 by 3.
3 by 3?
3 by 3 different women, Judge. My first wife was an excellent lady. I messed that up, but I paid for it twice.
That's the reason he doesn't pay child support.
Mr. Schrock,
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
put a
Judge.
period.
Put a period.
Yeah. Your daughter made one mistake. What she got out of the mistake was a lovely child, your granddaughter, who it looks to me you adore. You got a twinkle in your eye when you think about her.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a winner. Hope the second one is a winner. Let's keep your fingers crossed that the second one is a winner. This one you're going to have to chase for the money. He's got 3 women chasing him for money. And he doesn't look that strong, nor that interesting to me, as a matter of fact, but that's merely my own editorializing. Who knows? Do you have a child with him?
No.
So far, that is a testament to your good judgment. Put a period, Mr. Schrock. You don't want the furniture back. It's old, it's stained, it's decrepit. Got it? Put a period. Goodbye.
Please excuse, you may step out.
Just try to keep peace so I can see my child. That's all I want to do.
I hope he pays his child support and takes care of his responsibilities. The thing between the Shorts and Jamie will never be ending. It's going to go on and on and on and on and on and on and on.
And now is suing child beauty pageant directors Carol Adlon and her daughter Wendy for running an unfair pageant, cheating her 7-year-old daughter Angelica.
This is case number 169 on the calendar in the matter of Benigno versus Adlon. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ladies, have seats, please.
Miss Benigno, you have a little girl. This is your little girl. You decided to enter her in a beauty contest, which I assume you've done before based upon your complaint. That's right. The beauty contest was run by the defendants. You claimed that your daughter not only didn't win, but she was not able to win because the contest was unfair. You want your money back, and in addition to your money back, you want damages from them for the emotional distress that your daughter suffered.
That's correct.
How many times have you entered your daughter in a beauty contest?
Well, she's done a couple internet ones where you mail in pictures and resumes, like little biographies. And then she's done about 5 on-stage pageants.
Why did you become involved in the pageant phase?
Okay.
Craze.
I've been in some pageants as well, and I'm actually the current reigning Miss Petite Illinois woman. And my daughter was like 5 years old at the time when I first started doing them, and as time went on, she said, "Mom, this is really neat. I'd like to go and be a princess and have a crown and whatnot, and be like you, Mom." So we've actually turned it into a really fun mother-daughter bonding experience. And that's why we do it. We're not overboard like some parents can be.
I'm glad to hear that. What is your complaint about the pageant that the defendants ran?
Well, it was advertised as a natural pageant. And
natural?
That is correct. Okay, there's 2 types of pageants. There's a glitzy pageant where little girls like this, the parents can put fake nails on them, they'll airbrush tan them, put wigs in their hair. I've seen the parents color the hair.
So that's a glitzy pageant.
Right, and actually there's no holds barred as far as fake enhancements go. They've even had partial dentures made for children when their teeth are missing to look better on stage.
Okay.
And natural pageants do not allow fake enhancements. They don't allow fake eyelashes. They have, very strict makeup restrictions. Maybe lip gloss, a little mascara, no big wigs.
So this was advertised as a natural pageant?
That is correct.
Okay. Go ahead.
We went there, and I adhered to the rules. I put on just a little bit of mascara, some little lip gloss, a little blush. And I have pictures also, if you care to see them, of how Angelica was made up for the pageant.
I just want to see the contract.
Okay. Here's
the advertisement or the contract.
Sure.
Because your complaint is that the little girl who won was all made up.
Exactly.
So let me see your contract,
sure.
Please.
This is what they have on their website, and it's 3 or 4 pages there, but the one paragraph that I have highlighted is what I based my decision on.
Okay, I'd like you to show this, please, to the defendants so that they know what I'm looking at, which indicates that the only makeup that you permit is mascara, a little lip gloss, and a little blush. Are we correct that the contest that plaintiff entered for her daughter was this contest?
Correct.
Okay, good. So what happened? What's next?
Okay, so there was a few other kids in her age group, and they all had little or no makeup on at all. And another child had come in, and she was heavily made up. She had a glitzy look. And Angelica kind of was like, she's got a lot of makeup on, Mom. I said, don't worry about it. We have this that says it wasn't the only makeup we encourage, It says the only makeup we permit. So to me, that means,
I read it.
And then not only did the child not get disqualified or whatever for not adhering to the rules, she had won. And when I had brought it up to the Adlons, they said, well, Tina's mother didn't know about the makeup restrictions. She didn't know. And I said, well, that's not my problem. When you run a pageant, if you advertise it's natural, you have to make sure that all the parents are aware of the rules.
So that's what the case is about.
Right.
Basically. Can I see pictures of your daughter? Sure. And do you have a picture of the little girl who won?
I do.
I'd like to see both.
Sure. Here's pictures from the competition, and then the winner's photo.
Well, the winning girl looks very much like this little girl. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Can you step up for a moment, please?
Me?
Yes.
Yes.
Tell me your name.
Deborah Messiaga.
Ms. Messiaga, your daughter appears to be wearing a lot of makeup. Is that right?
She was wearing black mascara, and she was wearing nude lipstick, which changed.
She was wearing dark lipstick.
Which changed to darker pink.
And what else?
And a little blush.
Was she wearing false hairpiece?
No.
Okay, was she wearing eyeliner? Was she wearing eyeliner?
I'm not sure if she was wearing eyeliner or not.
Looks to me as if she was wearing...
See, I don't know, because I didn't give any permission to show those pictures.
What do you mean you didn't give permission to show the pictures? Who made your daughter up?
I did, but...
Well, that's what I'm asking you. Don't play with me. What I'm asking you is, I have the pictures in front of me.
Okay.
I know a little bit about makeup. They try to put that on me to make me look like Farrah Fawcett every morning. So it looks to me as if your daughter was wearing eyeliner, and you would know whether you put that on her for the pageant. Is that right?
Yes, I would have, yes.
And you did? Yes.
Yes.
Judge Judy says Carol Adlon and her daughter Wendy ran an unfair child beauty pageant. Darlene says the women were inconsistent with the rules.
Let's not play with each other. We're trying to be honest here. I mean, if what you're saying is you didn't know about the makeup restriction, I buy that. But if what you're saying to me is that you didn't put makeup on, and I'm looking at this picture and I can see the makeup, then we're going to have trouble. We follow each other?
Yes.
Good. So I want you to tell me whether you didn't know about the makeup restriction and therefore you made up your daughter, and if you didn't know about it, which I assume you didn't because you wouldn't break the rules, right?
That's right.
What makeup you put on your daughter?
I put on the lipstick, I put a little blush on her, and I also put mascara on her, and I guess I put the eyeliner on it. I didn't know this was a natural pageant.
That's all. Listen to me.
If I knew it, I would not have...
You wouldn't have broken the rules.
I would not have, you know, nobody told me not to, or take it off. I would have taken it off. Nobody told me anything.
I'm not faulting you. If what you're saying to me is I didn't know it was a natural pageant, then we have no problem.
Okay, because usually...
The problem isn't with you.
Okay.
The problem is with them. Have a seat. So, we understand each other that the rules of your contest were apparently broken by the winner, right?
Yes, in essence.
Now I'll hear you.
At the time, we were going through a transitional phase. In October of 2002, we did change our regulations. We changed our paperwork. A few contestants had received the old paperwork. Ms. Masiaga happened to be one of them. In the old paperwork, it stated nothing about any makeup, simply because we believe that they are children, 0 to 6 years old. We didn't really think we needed a stipulation for that, because they are children.
Fine, so your contestants had different rules.
They got different paperwork.
They had different rules.
Correct.
So when the plaintiff asked for her money back, why didn't you give her money back?
We did.
She got her money back. That's not true, Your Honor.
Yes, it is.
And she canceled the payment and got it back. Nope.
Did you cancel your payment to them?
I did. I
Fine.
did.
Then you got your money back.
I did not.
What do you mean you did not?
I did not. I called them and said, you didn't really follow what you advertised and I'd like a refund. And Wendy had said, well, you sent a form that says no refund, so you're not getting a refund. So at that point, I started disputing the charge with my credit card company. And my credit card company, I had given them some documentation. Then they wanted an expert, unbiased opinion.
Well, 1 second. When were you first contacted by her credit card company about the disputed charge?
We never were.
Do you have any proof that they were contacted?
Well, I have something, yes. After I had provided an expert witness, they issued me a conditional credit.
Can I see that, please?
Sure. And then the Adlins had sent this back to them.
Can I see that?
And then I received this on April 9th that said, regrettably, we're unable to assist you in your dispute. So I wound up getting a credit, and then they wound up debiting it again.
Okay. Well, take a look here. This seems to indicate that you did, in fact, dispute the refund to the plaintiff. It says, I do not want this money to be refunded.
Speak for me.
I'm sorry, she's recently had a lung surgery, and if she can't speak, I will. But she said that she did write a letter disputing it, and after the PayPal...
So she wrote a letter disputing. Well, that's what I said. I said you wrote a letter disputing the payback to the plaintiff, forcing her to get somebody to write again. Listen, you did the wrong thing. Her child may have lost anyway. That's not the issue. The issue is when you enter a contest, you expect a level playing field, and that was not provided due to your fault. What you should have said was immediately, we're going to refund your money. It was our mistake. We're sorry this happened, and that's it. Instead, you disputed the charge, forcing her for months to go back and forth with her credit card company. As far as I'm concerned, time is money. I don't care what she does for a living. She could have been going out ice skating or playing tennis. Instead, she's on the computer or on the phone or typing out letters to the credit card company, going back and forth, and she's only suing for $300, part of which is the entrance fee. You're lucky. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $300. That's all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Kind of really think she was just upset that she didn't win, and she wanted to take it out on somebody.
I'm just glad that the judge ruled and saw my problem. This is no way to run a pageant with two sets of rules floating around.
All parties in the matter of Bonfiglio versus Mills. Step forward, please.
Waitress Luis Bonfiglio is suing 18-year-old student Adam Mills for vet bills. Luis says Adam's bull mastiff and German shepherd attacked her dachshund.
Mr. Mills, what kind of dogs do you have?
A yellow lab mixed with mastiff and a German shepherd.
How much does the yellow lab weigh?
160 to 170 pounds.
And the other dog?
The other dog, probably around 90 pounds.
Where do you live?
Aptos. It's near Santa Cruz.
You live near the beach?
Yes.
And you were walking your dogs on the beach. Is that right?
Yes. That's
Without
correct.
a leash?
At first, they had a leash, and then...
Without a leash?
Correct.
And they somehow came in contact with the plaintiff's dog, this dog,
Yes.
and injured this dog.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes, correct. Very badly.
And you were visiting that beach?
Yes, it was Dudley's first day to the beach.
Do you live in that area?
I live in San Jose.
Geography
It's about
isn't my
30
thing.
miles from Aptos. So I took my dog to the beach for a picnic, and he was on a lead, and before I knew it, two shepherds, or shepherd-looking mixes, came running at him and just attacked him out of the blue.
Okay. Did you see Mr. Mills at all?
Yes, I yelled at him to come and get his dogs off my dog, and he just turned around and walked away. So people, bystanders, building sandcastles, took his dogs off mine, and I dropped my camera in the sand and broke it, as you can see here.
Who are you, sir?
I'm Adam's father and
You know anything about these dogs?
Yes, I raised the dog with Adam.
Do you know anything about the day of this incident?
Oh, I was not there. I've been told.
Were you present?
No.
You're just here for moral support?
Yes.
Character witness for the dog.
I'm not interested in your opinion of the dog's character. The dog injured her dog. Now I'll hear you.
Yeah, that's a lie. Actually, when she called me after the dog started attacking, I immediately came running to the scene.
You did okay,
and
no.
did leave.
Don't interrupt him, because he just, in his own zeal, said something that is really dispositive of this case. What he said was, when the dog started attacking, I came right over.
But the dog was provoked.
They, take your hands out of your pocket.
They're not in my pockets.
They can't be provoked, sir. I guarantee you that this lady did not take a stick and
No,
provoke your dog.
The dog provoked my dogs. From the beach where I was, I saw her dog jump out at my dog.
And just a second. How old are you?
18.
Okay. So I don't want you to grow up to be an idiot. I want you to try to grow up to be a smart young man. If instead of a dachshund, she had been walking with a 2-year-old child, and your dogs ran up to the child, and the child poked the dog in the face, and your dogs mauled the child, would you stand there like an idiot and tell me that the child provoked your dogs?
Yeah.
Of course not.
Child is a different matter.
No! When you have the, put your hand down. When you have the responsibility of 250 pounds worth of animal that is capable of causing injury, and you choose to walk those dogs unleashed so that you do not have control over them, you are responsible for any damage that they do. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, but...
Period.
Could I say something in the dog's defense, though?
Oh, I'm dying to hear. Listen, I thought I just had an 18-year-old idiot. Perhaps I'm wrong. Stand up.
Well, I agree with what you've said so far, but the dog has been raised around children and around people. It would not attack children. And
let me explain something to you, sir. Do you ever read the newspaper?
Yes.
Do you ever hear about people who have little children that they love?
Yes.
That are eaten by, let's say, a large mastiff or a Rottweiler or a pit bull that never hurt any child before? You read about those tragedies?
Yes.
Animals are different from people.
Right.
Sometimes something spooks them.
Okay, this dog lives in the country. It chases gophers and mice, and to me, the rodent-like appearance of this dog is just, when it leaped at him, it set him off.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, so it's the dachshund's fault that the dachshund looks like a weasel. Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me? Listen, Miss Bonfiglio, I looked at your complaint. You asked for a lot, because not only do you want the vet bills paid, and the dog was seriously injured. Mm-hmm. I read that, and I understand that.
I have pictures of the surgery.
I'd like to see pictures of the surgery just so I can complete my file. You indicate that because of what happened to the dog, A, your camera was destroyed because the camera went flying. B, you had non-refundable tickets to attend a wedding, but the dog had surgery, so you canceled those tickets. And for this incident,
day of surgery.
And for this incident, you're demanding $2,000. Well, there is currently legislation pending in a lot of jurisdictions, and some of the legislation has to do with the value of pets. And a pet owner can sue, just like you can sue on behalf of a child, for pain and suffering and wrongful death, not just the value of the pet. I also believe that the dog went through some very serious pain as a result of the attack by these two dogs. I see the scars. Maybe they haven't, but I see the scars that were caused by your... Shh. Do you look like you're losing? Does it sound to you as if you're losing?
I don't know what he's got up his sleeve.
I don't care what he has up his sleeve. All I'm doing is telling you that you're a winner, and you keep interrupting me.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
If I could speak.
I'm listening.
I don't see the connection between the dog attack and them missing a Moody Blues concert.
Well, let me tell you something. I don't either.
This is my
but
baby.
I do believe that being attacked and causing this kind of injury and this kind of surgery was painful for this animal. Don't you think that that's true?
Yes, I do think that's true, and I feel sorry for the animal.
You don't feel sorry enough, because I'm going to read you your answer that your father probably helped you write.
No,
As far as I'm concerned, Mrs. Bonfiglio's dog was a visitor on my dog's beach and provoked the whole situation. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,000. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Well, it was my dog's first day at the beach, and it was totally ruined, and he's lost his confidence now.
My dogs have never been aggressive in the past.
I was petrified. This is my baby.
I don't really think size matters.
It looked like he was being killed by these two dogs. I was petrified.
I think that Mrs. Bonfiglio should invest in a real dog with some substance.
He's recovered. He's very brave.
I think the dog's an aggressive little dog, one of those types that, yap, yap, yap.
We shall go back and hopefully...
The next case.
All parties in the matter of Carpenter versus Young. Step forward, please.
Customer service manager Andrew Carpenter is suing his ex-girlfriend, clerk Rhonda Young, for the unpaid balance on a car loan. Rhonda says as soon as they broke up, the deal went sour.
Miss Young was your girlfriend. She came to you at some point and said she was having some financial difficulties. She fell behind in her car payments. According to you, you loaned her money, some $800 and change, to make 2 car payments. So far correct?
Yes.
And she didn't pay you back any of that money.
No.
Then she was in more financial trouble, so you agreed to take out a second mortgage on your house
Yes.
and loan her enough money to pay off the car loan so she wouldn't have any more stress. And the agreement was she was going to pay you $200 a month for 5 years until her loan to you was satisfied. So far, right?
Yes.
Is that pretty accurate so far?
Yes, ma'am.
When did she pay the car off?
She sent a cashier's check on the 9th of December.
Okay, so in December. So her first payment was due in January.
Yes.
And according to you, she didn't make January's payment.
Yes.
She did make February and March, but not January.
Yes.
So on April 1st, you took back the car.
Yes.
And you still have the car.
Yes.
But you say you've had it appraised for what you could sell it for. And it comes up a little short of what she owes you if you went to sell it. So you want her to pay the difference now.
Yes. I gave her a piece of paper also stating that she could make payment arrangements and contact me on paying this difference amount, and she said, no, see you in court.
Well, at this point, she's correct, sir, because you don't have fixed damages. Let us say, under the scenario that you have just outlined, I find her in breach of that contract, which enables you to take back the car. Did you make January's payment?
At the time that we were going to go on a ski trip, he told me not to worry about it. I went ahead and sent it. And I said, okay, are you sure? He goes, go ahead and do it like that. But, you know, I'm going to have you write me checks after that, send them to my house, and I will send it to the mortgage company. So I complied exactly what he wanted.
You didn't make January's payment. You made February and March. And
Yes,
when
ma'am.
did you break up, by the way?
The end of January.
And you didn't take the car back in February or March?
That is correct.
Not until April. So let us assume that I find that she breached the agreement by not making January's payment, and you had every right to take back the car. And your plan is to sell it, right?
Yes.
You have to do that. You have to sell it so that the damages that you have are fixed. How much did you loan her for the car?
$10,000.
And let's say you actually sell it and get $8,000 for the car, leaving $2,000 balance.
Yes.
And she has made 2 payments to you so far of $400.
Yes.
Which means she owes you $1,600.
What about the two car payments?
And the 2 car payments if I find that that was a loan,
She said she'd pay back.
along with this money, because you were her boyfriend. I'm not persuaded about these 2 car payments. But let's say you sell the car for $9,000. Say you find some sucker who's willing to give you an extra $1,000. That means that your damages are only $600. So when I say you don't have fixed damages yet, Mr. Carpenter, you haven't sold the car. Do
Correct.
we understand each other?
Yes.
So your action here is premature, and it is dismissed without prejudice until you go and sell the car. Got it?
Got it.
Perfect.
What is that excuse? You may step out.
I think it went well. I could have worked something out with this gentleman, and she just got a little crazy.
She was working 2 jobs at the time,
Would show up at places and make scenes.
so I thought I'd help her out, so she only had to work 1 job.
He left notes and stuff on my car.
Never lend anybody money again.
I didn't want to be with him, and he wanted.
This is in the matter of Niku versus Pugh. Step forward, please.
Limo driver Tony Niku is suing computer analyst Rhonda Pugh for the unpaid cost of a limo ride. Rhonda says the limo was a birthday gift.
Mr. Niku, you have a limousine business, is that
Yes, ma'am.
correct, sir? And it is your claim that the defendant hired your limousine for the purposes of schlepping herself and several relatives or girlfriends around for her birthday, that she used your services and then stiffed you for the bill. You want
Exactly.
your money, $665.
Yes, ma'am.
And Miss Pugh says it was birthday present, right?
Right.
Are you a friend of hers?
No, not necessarily.
What does that mean, not necessarily? I never heard an answer like that. Are you a friend of hers?
No.
Had you ever driven her before?
Yes, I have.
How many times?
1 other occasion.
Did you charge her?
Yes, I did.
So tell me what happened on the 5th.
Well, on the 5th, I went and picked her up
What time?
Paramount at 9 o'clock and drove them to
When you picked her
Redondo
up,
Beach.
was there anyone else at her house when you picked her
Oh,
up?
yeah. There was like at least 7 or 8 of them.
Men, women?
Ladies.
All ladies. So it was a
Yeah.
ladies' night out. Is that right, Miss Pugh?
Right, that's correct.
Okay, what birthday was it?
This year, 2003. What year was I born, or what are you asking?
What birthday were you celebrating?
Oh, my 18th?
More like 62.
32.
It's not so terrible. I would take that in a heartbeat. Okay, keep going.
I brought a bottle of champagne, which is we charge, and she had.
Mr. Niku, I have a question before
Sure.
you go on. Because you have a very calming voice,
Yes,
you know.
I'm a really calming
Falling
guy.
Almost falling asleep. When was the first time you drove her?
Approximately.
Look at me.
A month and a half prior to that.
Mother's Day.
Okay. Between Mother's Day and July 5th, when you took her again, did you see Miss Pugh?
He took me again.
I'm not speaking to you.
Okay.
No,
From
ma'am.
Mother's Day to July 5th, you did not have any contact with her other than the phone call that she made for you to pick her up for her birthday.
Yes.
Is that correct, Miss Pugh?
No, ma'am, he's lying.
Sorry, so you saw him on Mother's Day.
Right.
And he drove you on Mother's Day.
Right.
And after that, when did you see him
Father's
again?
Day.
Father's Day. What happened on Father's Day?
I hired him again for Father's Day.
Oh, good. And you paid him?
Right.
Okay. When was the next time you saw him after Father's Day?
I think we were supposed to get together for drinks.
But you didn't?
Not sure.
Okay. Now, so you took him out for the
And
evening.
took him out to Redondo Beach, to this bar, and.
Could you pick up the pace a little bit, Mr. Niku? I just, you know,
Well,
I have
I'm
other
trying to
things
get
do
to the
today.
details exactly
I don't need
what happened.
details. Just
She
what time
has-
did you bring him home?
Like, by the time I got home, it was 3 in the morning.
And what did you do when you dropped them off?
All night, she's making passes at me, grabbing my private parts,
Please.
which I didn't appreciate in public. When we got there, she invited me into her house. We had a couple of drinks at that point.
Okay, just a minute. She invited you into the house and you went in and had a couple of drinks.
Yes.
So I imagine that you got over the fact that you were humiliated by her grabbing your private parts in public.
Well,
Just a
apparently
minute.
so.
I assume that
Apparently
you were getting.
so.
I assume, Mr. Niku, that you had gotten over that humiliation. Is that right, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Enough so that you went inside and had a couple of drinks. And what happened after you had a couple of drinks?
So we had a couple of drinks. We went to her bedroom. Before things got intimate, I tried to take care of the bill, try to take care of business first. So she gave me, I asked her repeatedly several times. She finally took out her credit card and gave me her credit card number for the payment. The clothes came off. A couple hours later, and it was time to go home because I could not find a credit card number anywhere.
Okay.
And then I asked her.
Just a second. I got the whole picture from your end. Okay. Picked you up at 9 o'clock, dropped you off at 3 o'clock.
9:45.
9:45. What was the arrangement as far as payment? How much an hour?
Like $50.
$50 an
I had
hour.
normally paid in the past.
Okay. Did he come to your house?
Yes, he did.
Did he spend part of the night with you?
He came into my home, took off his clothes, and went straight to the bar.
Yes.
I mean, it's like, it was kind of uncomfortable.
Miss Pugh,
He
when
got
did
a
you-
little frisky, and I asked him to leave.
And did he leave?
Not right away. He was drunk. I paid him to leave. Well, I gave him my credit card information because I was ready for this to be over with. Now, originally when I talked to him and I asked him about...
So why do you say it was a birthday present? What makes you think it
Right,
was a
because
birthday
when I
present?
talked to him before, he told me not to worry about it. He said, it's your birthday. He comes to my house with champagne and with Iranian pastries and all this other good stuff. And, you know, so this is what he led me to believe, that it was a birthday gift.
When you called him to set up 7-5, there was no birthday present.
No, I
You were
anticipated
retaining
on
him.
paying him
Right,
at that time.
Good. Okay, how much do you charge an hour?
$65 an hour, man.
All right.
And
how
it
many
clearly says on my business card.
Let me say, for the purposes of this case, that it was $65 an hour. And I will take your hours. You picked her up at 9. You dropped her off at 3. That's 6 hours. 6
Yes.
times 65.
Yes. Comes up to $3.90 and $50 for the bottle of champagne.
Forget the bottle of champagne. Who ordered champagne?
She
Something
did. She
cheap
ordered
from
champagne.
the... Oh, my God. That is so not true.
Just a second. I have $390. That's 6 times 65.
Okay, and they have a 20% gratuity for tips and beverages and gas, so on.
Is this your limousine?
Yes, it is.
Never combine business with pleasure, Mr. Niku.
I wasn't.
It's a
I was
very,
led into
listen to
it.
me, it's a
Ma'am,
very...
this lady thinks...
listen to me very carefully. It's $390 represents 6 times $65 an hour.
Right.
You got your tip. Judgment for the plaintiff for the amount of $390. That's all.
Thank
Step
you,
out.
Your Honor.
What about lost wages, ma'am?
Parties are excused. Step out.
This lady happens to think that she has big breasts and she's God's gift to Pepsi generation.
The little Oompa Loompa got exactly what he deserved.
She thinks everybody should just do everything for her for free.
I don't know which part of his rear end he pulled that story from.
I don't even bring champagne and flowers to my real girlfriends.
He's wanted me from day one.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Dillon versus Reeve Howe. Step forward, please.
Carpenter John Dillon is suing his former friend, bartender Emil Reeve Howe, for injuring him and damaging his home during a party. Emil says he and John like to roughhouse.
Mr. Dillon, the defendant was a friend of yours, I assume. A
Yes, he
pretty
was.
good friend of yours. I don't know whether he still is he?
At this point, no, not really.
You were having a party at your house. When was that?
It was the evening of October 25th.
And how many people were at the house?
Oh, I would say 50 to 75.
And the defendant was a guest at the party.
Yes, he was.
According to you, he got pretty loaded. And while he was loaded, he injured you.
Yes, he did.
Fooling around. I mean, you're not suggesting that he did it with any malice, forethought. He just did it because he was a drunk.
Yes, that's correct.
And you want to be compensated for both your medical expenses, your pain and suffering, etc.
That's correct.
And the defendant says, he says a lot of things, but I don't know if he remembers whether he was afoot or horseback on the night of October 25th. So we're going to get to him in a moment.
All right.
So why don't you tell me what happened?
All right, well, I was in my dining room talking with some guests when the defendant snuck up behind me and put me into a chokehold, unprovoked, without warning.
Show me how he did that.
Can I demonstrate on my friend Dave?
Oh, I would love that.
All right. But he's a few inches taller than me, but it came down to this. He came up behind me, one of these, and pushed my head down to cut off the blood flow to my brain.
Mm-hmm. You can sit down now. Thank you very much. You were very good.
I passed out, and at that point, I have to surmise that he dropped me because I fell against a bookcase and split the back of my head open pretty badly. I have the jacket and the shirt that I was wearing. They're fairly covered in blood. If you'd like to see.
Can I see that?
I don't know if you can see from that far away, but
Oh, I'm going to get it much closer.
blood stain here. Also on the back of the jacket and on the inside of the jacket lining.
Okay. I see the blood. I don't see it on the back, but I see it. Oh, yeah, I do. Probably right over here. Okay, you could give it back to him now. Okay, so you split the back of your head open, and there was a lot of blood.
Yeah, there was.
So what did you do?
Well, I regained consciousness, I guess, second and a half, 3 seconds later. I saw the defendant running out of the room. There was a crowd of people gathered around me. Everyone was alarmed. I got up off the floor. A couple of friends of mine who are medical students got a hold of me, ushered me into a bathroom, cleaned the wound, and bandaged me up.
What medical bills did you have?
Well, I went to the hospital the next day.
The next day?
The next day, yes.
Did they do anything special for you?
They cleaned up the wound.
Better than the medical students?
I suppose so. I suppose they were better equipped.
So, you have, I assume, on the desk there you have pictures that you want to show me?
Well, actually, the pictures are of something else that happened later in the night that I'm also requesting damages for. The defendant kicked in a door in my house. I don't know if it was before or after this incident occurred.
Well, did you see him?
I did not see him, but he did admit to my witness, Dave, that, well, the following day.
Oh, well, I'll take an admission.
Yeah.
Can I see pictures of the damaged door?
Certainly.
Can I see it? Good. So we have Dave. Dave, you're serving several purposes here today.
Thank you.
The following day you spoke to Mr. Reeve Howe?
Actually, I spoke with him on the following Thursday. We both worked together at the same bar, and I spoke with him about it, and he apologized, and he even gave me an apology note.
What did he say?
I said, you know, have you talked to Dylan yet about what you did to his head? And he said, no, I haven't called him yet. I will. I feel bad. I said, you know, there was also some damage to that door that was locked that you kicked in. He said, I know, I understand, I don't know what I was doing, I was drunk, I'm sorry, I kicked in the door. And he had a little thank you note that he handed to me.
Not a thank you note.
An apology note.
An apology note. I'm hearing you.
Well, what do you want to talk about first?
I want to talk about first getting your hands out of your pockets.
Sorry.
That's first.
Okay.
And then I want to talk about why somebody who is a seemingly reasonable-looking person would get himself so drunk that he caused some serious injury, potentially, to a friend of his.
All right, first of all, me and John have been knocking around each other for years. Like, it's just part of our relationship. We've always roughhoused and horsed around, and occasionally somebody, you know, gets hurt. Someone does something a little too hard, or someone gets hurt. It's not the first time.
Are you thinking about something, looking up in the sky?
I'm sorry.
Are you looking
I'm sorry.
for wisdom
I'm sorry.
from someplace? Try looking at
All
me.
right, all right. Well, I can't dispute that I did that. But we had been messing around that night, and I came up behind him and put him in a sort of what he said, and it was just an accident. And I didn't mean to. I thought he was faking when he fell away from me, so I just let him go.
I understand. And what about the door?
I didn't do that.
Well, then why did you apologize for it to Dave here?
I didn't. It was just. I was just so sorry about the hurting John thing that I was just willing to admit to anything.
Now, Mr. Dillon, I want you to tell me how much was the emergency room?
The emergency room bill came to just over $100, $104.50.
Okay, now, my next question to you, sir, is, did you provide the liquor at the house?
We provided a couple of kegs of beer, and there was, did we? I think we did provide liquor at the house, yes.
Okay. Let's say that instead of knocking you unconscious so that you split your head open, that he did it to some other guest at your party. Do you know that you would be liable?
I did not know that.
In any event, I do believe that the defendant is going to compensate you for the door and is going to compensate you for your medical bill. But you want him to pay thousands of dollars for your pain and suffering. You weren't in any pain and suffering at 3 o'clock in the morning when you were drinking, right? What kind of pain and suffering did you have when you were downing, whatever you were downing, from 1:30 in the morning until 3 o'clock in the morning?
Well, I was fairly well patched up at the point, and I just feel as if I was attacked without warning or provocation in my own home.
Pain and suffering, sir. I'm asking you, what kind of pain and suffering did you have from 1:30 until 3 o'clock in the morning?
I understand your point.
Good. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $248.14. Thank you very much. Step out.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
The defendant had way too much to drink and acted like a fool.
They were just as wasted, and they were laughing and joking about it afterwards, as if it was funny that he got his head cut open.
He's still a friend of ours. We let him come to our parties, but this particular night, he went too far.
I'm glad that you didn't get any pain and suffering. It's ridiculous.
I don't think he knew his own strength, but he legitimately hurt John. And
He did say he was going to get me back.
All parties in the matter of McFredries versus Whitfield. Step forward, please.
21-year-old student Desiree McFedries is suing her cousin, 21-year-old business student Tiara Whitfield, for damaging her car in a hit-and-run accident. Tiara is countersuing, claiming Desiree smashed out her truck window and stole her stereo.
Miss McFredries, the defendant is your cousin.
Yes.
And she borrowed your car.
Yes.
You acknowledge you borrowed her car.
Yes.
You had an accident with the car.
Yes.
And you left the scene of the accident.
Yes.
She not only damaged your car, but she
Right.
damaged another car. It's
Yes.
hit and run. And while your insurance company paid for the damage to the other car,
Right.
they did not pay for the damage to your car, which was substantial.
Yes,
You want
ma'am.
Miss Whitfield to
pay me.
She has a couple of reasons why she says she doesn't have to pay you. So tell me when she borrowed the car.
In August, she borrowed my car.
August what date?
30th.
August 30th, she borrowed the car. She came home and she told her she had an accident.
Right. She told me it happened in the state of Iowa at Davenport, which it didn't. It happened in Bettendorf, which is a different county.
Okay.
So.
And she didn't tell you it was a hit and run.
Right. Not at first.
Subsequently, you found out through the police.
Right. I called the police from her cell phone, and she left the scene again. So the police said there has nothing in, so...
Okay, so you called the police where she said she had this accident and they hadn't had a report of an accident.
Right.
But it turns out that it was in another county and she was trying to...
Right, so detective...
confuse you.
Right, the next day a detective called my house looking for me, saying my car was involved in the accident.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. Her car in a hit-and-run accident. Tierra says Desiree owes for smashing her truck window and stealing her stereo.
Can I see pictures of your car, please?
Yes, sir.
All right, Miss Whitfield, so what you're going to do is you're going to tell me how you had this. Oh, this is some accident. You're going to tell me about the accident, where you had it, why you left, and why you're not responsible to the damage to her car. Let's go.
Okay. It was actually like on the border of Bettendorf and Davenport. It's the same county. It's two different cities. I was getting ready to go through the intersection. The light had changed red. I tried to brake. I was too late, and I slid into the intersection, and an oncoming car going in the other direction had hit her car. I was extremely scared. I left the scene of the accident. I went straight back to my house.
Why did you do that?
I was scared. I was
scared
panicking.
of what?
I was scared. I mean, I don't know. I left. I was scared. It was my first reaction to go home.
Were you speeding?
No.
Really?
That's
can I see
not
the
what
police?
the,
Can I see the police report?
Yes, you can.
Thank you. So you weren't speeding?
No.
Had a suspended driver's license?
Yes.
So what were you doing driving in the first place?
I asked her to take me twice.
And she didn't take you, so that means you drove?
Yes.
You're an idiot. All right, next. What was your license suspended for?
Non-payment of fines.
What kind of fines?
For driving without a license and a speeding ticket.
Okay, so good. So now we're nervous, we're scared, we take off, and now I understand the accident. Now you're going to tell me why you're not responsible for paying for the damage to her car.
Okay, when I had arrived back at my house, I came inside and I said, I really messed up, but I'm going to pay for your car to get fixed. At that point, she just started flipping out and screaming, yelling, saying that she didn't care about the car or whatever. She just didn't want to go back to prison. She was on parole. She had 30 days left on parole. She did not want to go back to prison. Therefore, she was like, I said, don't worry about it. I'm going to pay for your car to get fixed. I'm going to do whatever it takes so that you don't get in trouble, so you don't get held responsible. She, however, I don't know, thought that I was just telling her whatever she wanted to hear, which was not true. She got hysterical. She left. Then I left my house. The next day, however, came along. Everything that happened, it was like I came in, I told her what happened.
Do you love it?
That's great.
It's great. Yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
Okay, so the reason why I feel like I do not owe her is because when I came in and I told her I was going to pay for her car, she was like, she didn't care about the car or whatever. She did not want to go back to prison. Then the next day...
Were we just there?
The next day she came to my house. I was there. However, I guess she assumed that I wasn't. She had 4 girls with her. She knocked on my door. After she thought that I was not home, her and the girls broke a window out of my truck and stole my speakers and my amp out of my truck. I was on the phone with the police the whole entire time. Then after I talked to the police and I went down to the police station, she brought my stuff back. Before that, she had called me and she asked me, please do not press charges on her for breaking the window out of my truck and stealing my stuff because she would go back to jail. And I told her, I was like, well... It really didn't make sense because I was going to go to the police station and let them know that I was the one driving her car.
But you hadn't done that?
No, not yet.
Not yet. When did you plan on doing that? So far, 24 hours at least have passed since the hit and run.
It was not.
When were you planning to go?
I actually went to the police department in Bettendorf right after I left the police department in Davenport and gave my statement, and they wrote me tickets.
That wasn't until after she broke into your truck.
But I had totally...
Am I correct?
Yes,
that wasn't until after she broke into your truck.
Yes.
Oh, good. Why did you break into her truck?
First of all, it's not her... Sorry.
Did you break into the truck?
Because my cousin told me go get his speakers out of there. So I did, yes.
Whose truck is it?
Her baby daddy's brother, Cedric Hall.
Her
Sorry.
baby daddy's brother. It's so hard to figure out this mishpacha. Family tree. You know what I'm talking about? Father, sister, aunt, uncle. These are things I know. Cousin. You see how language expands.
Sign of the times.
Sign of the times. Who does the truck belong to?
It belongs to me.
Show me the title.
I don't have it with me, but I can mail it to you.
Where did you think you were coming today?
I didn't bring it with me because I didn't know that it was going to be necessary. But
Well, it
at
is
the time,
necess-
it
is
was
necess-
still in his name.
Well, if it was still in his name at that time, madam, is what you're telling me, that you either bought, traded, etc., the truck afterwards?
No, it was. I mean, it was my truck the whole time. It was still...
The title is not in your name, then it is not your truck.
Okay, well, it was in his name. The truck
then
was in
you
my
have no cause of
possession.
then you have no cause of action against her.
Okay.
Perfect. How much does it cost to fix your car?
$4,000.
Show me. Based upon the Kelly Blue Book, if this vehicle were in excellent condition,
right,
and you were a private party, it would be worth $1,125. You understand?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to have to find yourself a car for $1,500 because I think that's reasonable. You got to do the right thing, Miss Whitfield. Can't do the wrong thing. You understand? And then make excuses for it. You're just lucky you didn't kill somebody. Speeding on a suspended license. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,500. Your counterclaim's dismissed because you are not the owner of the property that you claimed she damaged. That's all. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I didn't know she had a suspended license at the time.
I have places I need to be. If nobody else is going to take me, then I still have to get there.
It's just a back and forth games. I don't know.
I watched her carrying my speakers and my amp from my truck into her car.
Yes, that happened, but we solved that. The police already solved that.
I told her I was going to pay her. She flipped out. She said she didn't want me to. So, or not so much that she didn't want me to, that she just didn't want to go back to jail.
You know what? I love her, but I don't know. We're still family. So.
The next case.
All parties in the matter of Arrington versus Boston. Step forward, please.
Massage therapist Kathleen Arrington is suing former client, retired attorney John Boston, for the cost of her services. John is countersuing for the cost of his services, defamation of character, and for an injury to his thumb.
Miss Arrington, you are a massage therapist?
Yes, I am.
And Mr. Boston is an attorney.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you practicing now, sir?
I'm almost retired. I still have a license, but I don't have any clients at this time.
Miss Arrington, according to what I've read, you and the defendant entered into a barter arrangement. You would provide him with massage therapy, and he would do some legal work for you, problem that you had with a phone company.
That's correct.
And it is your claim that you performed your part of the service.
Yes.
He did not.
That is correct.
And you are suing him for the value of your services because he didn't perform his part of the barter agreement.
That is correct.
Okay. And Mr. Boston says that you actually owe him money because he did provide services. He worked for many hours on your legal problem, and at so much an hour, he discounted it, so you owe him a lot of money. And in addition, he says that you weren't a very good massage therapist because you damaged his thumb, and he's had all kinds of problems, and he's had to go for treatment and therapy. He has his hand in a splint anyway. So this whole barter agreement didn't work out very well. When did you make this agreement, Miss Arrington, with Mr. Boston, and how did you find him?
Mr. Boston came to me for a general massage when he found that I knew how to do neuromuscular massage. Do
you advertise?
Yes, I do.
Do you have an office?
I use my home, a room in my home.
Okay. How did you find her?
Your Honor, I saw an ad in the paper, the Austin Chronicle, which said, "Enjoy a glass of wine with your massage." My regular massage therapist was out of town, so I called her, and on the 28th of December, had a massage which I paid her $130 for.
And when did you make this arrangement with regard to barter?
At the end of the second massage, on January 4th, we had been just exchanging information on both the massages about what we do and what we do in our life. And I had told them twice that I was having trouble with MCI, that I had a defective phone line. They were not giving me the refund I needed. I had lost a lot of time taken off from my jobs to be there the 26 or 27 times it took to get them out to fix the phone, which was still dead at that current time. And he suggested that we barter. He would take on the MCI problem, try and get the money back.
How much money are we talking about?
At the time, I thought about $800. Mr. Boston said that he could probably get that back, plus some money that I probably was entitled to because I had lost so much work on the 26 or 27 or 28 times they had been to my house to fix the line. So it sounded like something that he could handle. He assured me he could handle it. So the barter began, and we did the first massage in the barter arrangement on January 19th.
Okay. And how many did you do on the barter arrangement?
9 massages, 3 of them were for an hour and a half long on the barter system.
Okay. From when to when? From the 19th of January until
From the
when?
19th of January to the last time he came in. He came in 3 times in one day on March 10th. By this time, all I wanted him to do was finish the MCI thing. He was vague about it, and I never heard from him again until he called me around March 20th. No, he sent me a letter on March 23rd saying that he liked me. I'm smart, I'm talented, I'm attractive. Then he said he didn't have time to work on my case because he says if I'm hired by cash clients, taking care of their needs comes ahead of other considerations.
Let me see the letter.
In the same thing, he also suggests an hour-for-hour swap. Not,
can I see?
I've highlighted most of them.
So, at some point, Mr. Boston, I assume that you became interested in a more than professional relationship with the plaintiff. Would that be a fair statement?
Yes, Your Honor, it is. I was divorced 2.5 years before. I was not dating anybody at the time, and I was looking for a relationship, not necessarily romantic, but just a friend. And we did a lot of things together during that time that were social and not professional on the swap.
I assume so. I assume that that's true. I mean, I've read the letter. The letter is clear that there were some discussions prior to this letter being drafted. Is that right?
I tried to keep it as professional as possible. When he refers to, he took me to dinner, he took me to a cafeteria.
Was your case settled with MCI?
No, he walked out. He never even called.
Was your case ultimately settled?
Yes, they gave me credit for $200 and they disconnected my phone because they were waiting to hear from him.
Well, I don't know that. You have a letter to say that says that?
No,
okay.
I called him.
Can I see the work that you say that you did? I want to see the work, sir.
Right.
Mr. Boston, listen to me, sir. That is your entire file on the case?
No, ma'am. There's quite a bit of all the correspondence,
assume.
but that's the work product file.
No, I'm talking about the file on the case, sir.
Those are the letters exchanged between the agencies that I corresponded with, that I talked to on the phone, the Public Utility Commission of Texas, the Better Business Bureau of Texas at the state and national level, the Attorney General's Office of the Attorney General of Texas Consumer Protection Division, and then I got the top letter that you have there from their office of MCI.
Just a second. Just one second. What do you get for a massage?
I get $85 an hour. It depends on the type of massage I was doing on him. It's $85 an hour.
Lawyers get more. But that wasn't your arrangement.
No, it was hour for hour.
Well, your arrangement was you would do massages and you would take care of a legal problem.
Right. I did.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay. Well, at least you tried. I mean, there's no guarantee if somebody takes on your legal problem.
May I address the court?
I'm speaking. There's no guarantee, Ms. Arrington, if somebody takes on your legal problem, whether you pay them in barter or whether you pay them in cash, that they're going to get the result that you want. That's different from a massage. Hopefully, if you give a massage to somebody, they feel better. He says he didn't feel better. You want to get the second part of your complaint? You say that you were injured by the plaintiff.
Your Honor, it's a violation of the health and safety code, of the health code of Texas, to overtreat a massage client. Between the fourth day of February and the 12th, she did massages on my thumb. It was hurting me, and I told her. She said, I'm breaking up calcium. It's going to help. Well, it's become chronic. I've seen 4 doctors. The first one was back when I just got back from a trip to see my daughter in Seattle. That would have been early May or late April. And he said, tape it. Then I went to my general practice physician. He said, put a cast on it whenever you're not doing something that has to take the cast off, use the cast. And then I went to my orthopedic surgeon, and he examined me, and he wrote up a report of that I can submit to the court.
I'd like to see it. Mr. Boston, you don't expect me to accept this as proof that the plaintiff injured you. You have arthritis in your thumb. That's what people get, arthritis. You don't know what time he spent on the telephone finding out who to write to, speaking to someone at the Better Business Bureau, speaking to someone at the Regulatory Commission. You have no idea what that is, and there's no way for me to quantify that. Listen to me very carefully. There's no way to do that, madam. That's what happens when you have a barter arrangement. You were giving him massages, and according to you, you gave him 9 massages, and if you felt as if he wasn't doing work for you during that time, I assumed you would have stopped.
He started asking me for sex, and I didn't know how to get out of it.
You get out of it by saying, "Give me my file back." If that's true, you get out of it by saying, "Give me my file back. I want nothing more to do with you." That's what you do.
Then what do I do about the money he owes me for the massage?
You strike it and say, "I made a mistake."
I brought a copy of what I did on him. I also have...
Listen to me, madam. I am not going to say what you did for him is worth more than the work he put in on your file. He did, in fact, in his capacity as an attorney, perform a service for you. The fact that you weren't totally satisfied with his service doesn't mean that you get the money back for the massages. Just like the fact that he wasn't totally satisfied with the massages that you gave him means that he gets any money back from you. Do I make myself clear? Both of you. You made a mistake. Next time, get paid for your service. Next time, get paid for your service so that you leave us out of it. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
On the 5th massage, he started harassing me for sex, and I kept telling him, the only thing I want you to do is get the MCI problem straightened out.
We went to my club where I spent a good deal of money on dinner and dancing and other things. So we actually went out. We went out for sushi. So it was almost a dating situation.
I paid my way. I wouldn't let him date me. I never held him, I never kissed him, I never hugged him, I never let him get near me.
She asked me, did I think that my services were more valuable than hers? And I flippantly said, of course, and she hung up on me mad.
What he did is he drank too much and he passed out at my house twice, and he took all his clothes off and stripped down his underwear on the second time he did that.
And I thought we were friends enough.
Herbal shop owner John Martinez is suing his former live-in girlfriend, marketing consultant Diane Mulatieri, for an unpaid loan and for breaking an apartment lease. Diane says she moved out because John is a cheater.
Yeah, this is case number 350 on the calendar in the matter of Martinez versus Malatieri. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
Mr. Martinez, you and the defendant lived together for a period of time. You were in a relationship, according to what I read in your complaint. You are suing her for some sort of a loan that you claim you made to her during the relationship, and also for 2 months' rent, her half of 2 months' rent, because she moved out 2 months prior to the termination of the lease. The defendant says that living with you became intolerable, and she was forced to move. She even gave you the option of moving out, and that she paid for plenty during this relationship, and she owes you nothing. So why don't you tell me when you moved in together and how long the lease was?
We moved in together April of 2003.
Okay. When did the defendant leave the apartment?
Around September 3rd.
And how much was the rent?
$855 a month total.
And what was your financial arrangement with the defendant?
We split everything.
In half?
Yes.
How romantic. Why did she leave?
You have to ask her that. I'm not...
What do you think?
Probably because of my infidelity.
That might be a reason. Is that right, Mr. Martinez?
Yes, ma'am.
Shh. That would be a good reason, right?
Yes, ma'am.
It would be a reason, for instance, that you might leave.
I agree.
So, Mr. Martinez, what are you doing here?
I feel she still owes me the back rent because she did sign the lease. And she verbally agreed to pay for the tires that I bought her.
I'm not getting to the loan yet, just a second. Okay. I'm not getting to this loan yet.
All right.
If my memory is correct, you and I just had a discussion. You lived together in what Miss Letieri?
Yes, ma'am.
Believed was a committed relationship. Evidently, based upon what you tell me, she discovered that you were not being faithful to that relationship, and so she left. And when I said to you, Mr. Martinez, well, do you think that that was right that she left? You would have done the same thing. You said, right. So I asked you, what are you doing here?
Actually, I would have stayed there through the lease because I did sign the lease.
Really?
We both signed the lease.
Really?
And I did ask her, if we could just live together as friends, but she refused.
Well, that's hard to do, Mr. Martinez. That may be easy for you. I want you to do a flip for me, you see.
If she did the same thing to me,
Let's say you were in love with her with all your heart and soul and had been totally faithful, and the idea of fooling around never occurred to you. And all of a sudden you come home one day and you find somebody's boxer shorts in your bed. And they're a size large. Aha, light goes off. And she acknowledges to you, well, a little afternoon delight never hurt anybody. You said, well, I can't live like this. I love you. You broke my heart. I can't live like this. And she said, well, but we have a lease. So I have this guy that I'm really crazy about. I want you to just deal with it. He won't be around all the time. He'll just come and pick me up, occasionally to go out for dinner. He may stay over a night or two, but not regularly. And you just live out the terms of your lease and we'll be friends. How do you think, Mr. Martinez, your macho would deal with that?
Well, actually, it wasn't at our apartment.
I don't give a rat's behind whether it was in Times Square. How do you think your male macho would deal with that?
I'd be hurt, yeah.
And how do you think you'd feel for the first time she brought Mr. Afternoon Delight home in the evening? Not well. Now let's get to the loan. The loan.
Okay.
Try to regroup, Mr. Martinez. Try to regroup and tell me about the loan.
Okay, I put tires on my credit card for her and also...
And when did you do that, sir?
7/8 of 2003.
And why did you put her tires on your credit card?
Because her credit wasn't good.
Tell me what she said to you when you put the tires on your credit card.
She asked me if she could have the tires put on my credit card, and I agreed, as long as she paid me back.
Now, just for my own curiosity, sir, and while this is not dispositive of the legal issue, when did you start fooling around?
I think it was in August. It was just one time.
How much were the tires?
$228.63.
What else? What?
For a self-improvement class that she took.
Self-improvement, what was she trying to improve?
She was trying to get into some commercial acting.
What do you do for a living?
I have a private business. I supply fresh herbs to local high-end restaurants.
You make a living at that?
Yes.
Okay, and how much was this self-improvement class?
$975.
Anything else?
Other than the rent, that's it.
By the way, you still in the apartment?
I am.
You are?
Yes.
You're staying there by yourself?
Yes.
So you're managing the rent?
Well, against my credit card, yes.
Okay. So the herb business is not as good as you thought it might be?
Right.
Maybe you should look into another line of work.
Maybe.
Tell me, you left because...
In 10 seconds.
I was fearful of my life, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Basically, John had a gun in the house that I was not happy with. When he started showing signs of possible multiple personalities and extensive forgetfulness, like he couldn't remember certain emails and things that he had done, I started...
That's not something wrong with his mind. That's selective memory.
Well, he really put on a good act, even as far as going to see a therapist, leaving voicemails with strange...
Did you tell him that you would stay in the apartment if he would leave?
Yes, I asked him to leave.
When?
When I broke, September 1st, I broke the relationship off in the therapist's office, and he had a couple of options available to him, and I suggested that he take those so that, because the therapist said that we did not belong under the same roof.
Okay. Is that true, sir?
He did not tell me that. I believe, he must have told her that. I'm just assuming he did.
After that therapy session, did in fact Miss Mulatieri ask you to leave and she would stay in the apartment?
Yes, and then I asked the same of her. I said, you know, actually, I asked her, why don't we just fulfill the lease, and it's a 2-bedroom apartment. She has her own bedroom, I have mine.
That was not tenable, but she volunteered to stay in the apartment if you would leave.
Correct.
Yes. What kind of work do you do?
I have my own business. I'm a marketing consultant for small businesses.
Okay. What's wrong with your credit?
That was from a previous marriage. Men have been very good to me.
Oh, good. See. All right. The tires and the self-improvement classes, tell me about that. Were those loans?
He did let me borrow his credit card to put my tires and the self-improvement class on.
Okay, so you acknowledge those loans?
Yes, I do. The rent is what I have a problem with. I had to go out and secure a place to live. I had to put my furniture in storage.
Okay, very easy. Honest lady, you owe him $1,203. I don't think either of you have to live in a situation where it's rendered unsafe or intolerable for you to be there. You were given an option, sir. The option was she'll stay and assume the responsibility of the apartment. You leave. You chose the other. So now it's not reasonable for you to come back and sue her for that. So you're there and you're taking care of your bills. But she does acknowledge owing you $1,203.
Yes,
Judgment for the plaintiff. Thank you very much.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
He left voicemails with different voices on it, like it was different personalities.
I was playing mind games with her a little bit. That's because she broke into my emails and my files on my computer.
It was an email to his new lover indicating what he would like to do with her.
One night when I was at class, she steals my gun and leaves with it. So, hey, that's not too stable either.
I've learned to stand in my power and not to yield, and definitely be more cautious.
And now the next case. Contractor Michael Pyatt for overpaying him $9,000 on a winning bet.
That's case number 417 on the calendar in the matter of Kelly versus Pyatt. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Ladies, have a seat, please.
Miss Kelly, you work for Park Racetrack?
Yes.
And you are a teller?
Yes.
The defendant had been at the racetrack on a particular day. You'll tell me about it. And it is your claim that you overpaid him by $9,000.
Yes.
He had winning tickets that came up to $1,000 and some change, and you, by mistake, paid him $10,000 and some change.
Yes.
You, of course, came up short on your register at the end of the day. They are, of course, charging you for that. You have to pay them back, and you want him to give back the money that he took that really wasn't his. The maximum allowed in this court is $5,000, and you indicate in your complaint that the reason you did not seek the entire amount by going into a higher civil court is that you would have had to retain a lawyer, and you couldn't afford that.
Yes.
So you're going to be out some money no matter what.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, how long have you been working at the track?
25 years.
Have you ever had an incident like this before?
No.
Has your register ever come up short before more than, say, $100?
No.
On what date did Mr. Pyatt
Yes.
cash in these winning tickets?
September the 23rd.
What race? First, second, third?
Was the last race of the day for Fairplex.
Okay, tell me what happened.
Okay, he approached my window, and I ran the ticket through the machine, which said IRS, which is a ticket that I have to do a sign up for Internal Revenue Services because it's over a certain amount.
And how much does it have to be over?
Like for every dollar over 300.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I proceeded to get the form to sign for the IRS. I asked him for his identification, his driver's license, and his Social Security card. I completed the form. Then he had 2 other tickets. I put the other 2 tickets through, and it totaled to $10.64, which I mistakenly took for $10,064. Okay, I then only had like $7,000 in my money box. So I had to go to the money room to get extra money because I thought it was $10,000. I proceeded to make the form out for the money room. I went to the money room. The room was right behind my station, and she was out of money. She didn't have $5,000, so she had to call to the main money room. So she came out, and we have a tube where we send down for money, from the main money room. So she filled out the form, put it in the tube.
How much money did you have before you sent out to the money room? How much money did you have in your register?
A little over $7,000.
So you had enough money there if his ticket was only $1,064 on
Yes.
these two tickets and a few $100s on the first
Correct,
one.
yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, and so... Okay.
And he had to wait around all this time.
Yes, he had to wait.
This was taking some time.
Right, it was taking time, and in front of the terminal, it has the money amount you have to pay or the money amount you receive. So he knew how much he was supposed to receive, okay? And, okay, so while I'm waiting on the money to come in, I was counting my money in my box, and so he was like, I don't want 50. I said, I'm sending for hundreds, sir. You know, so, and so then in the midst of that, I was doing the form. The lady in the money room came back out. Before she came out, the tube, there's a tube system so you can hear it go boop, you know. Okay, so when the tube was coming back, I said, okay, I have 5 in my box. I started counting the 5,000 I had in my box to him. And in the end term of that, before I finished that, she came out the money room, got the money out the tube, gave it to me, and then I continued to pay him that 5,000.
And that was all in hundreds?
All hundreds. But
So I am
$64.
correct, from what I'm hearing, is that you first counted out the $7,000.
No, I had 7,000 in my box. And we have 5,000 is in a strap.
I see.
Okay, so I took the 5,000 out.
So you took the 5,000 out that was strapped,
That's
and you
right.
counted that out first.
Yes.
And then you waited for the tube to come down.
Right,
with
the
the
tube
other
was coming down at the
5,000.
same time, right.
And you counted out the other 5,000.
Right. She handed me the other 5, and then she went to, right, correct.
Okay.
She went to the
And
money
then
room.
what happened?
Okay, and then I gave him the $10,064, okay, and he took the $10,064 and threw me $44 and left.
Threw you 44?
Correct.
How did he throw you 44?
Well, okay, as I was counting the 10,000, I unstrapped the hundreds by. When I got to the 64, when I gave him the 20, then he said, that's for you.
Oh, he said, that's for you.
Right.
Good. And then he left?
Yes.
And then at some point, you were told that you were short in the drawer?
Yes. He was the last patron at my window, okay? And when I told it out within 10 minutes, then it showed me the 9,000 short. Okay, then I went back, and then I seen where I made the mistake, where it should have been 1064 instead of 10,064.
And then I see from your complaint that you tried to contact him.
Yes, the security at the track and my boss, they tried to contact him by phone.
Unsuccessfully?
Yes. Well, they contacted him, and he said he was going to come in a week later, and he didn't show up. And then he said they'd come in another time. They said unsufficient. Yes, he didn't show up.
Who are these people?
Okay, Joanne Mullen is a clerk. She's a teller like me. Only me and her were working on the line together. Okay, so she's seen me pay the customer this amount of money at the end of the day. Linda, she's the money clerk, which is where I had to draw the money, you know, fill out the forms for her to get to draw the money.
Hold on one moment. Okay, Mr. Pyatt.
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you been going to the track?
Long time.
How many years?
Probably 8 years.
And you usually stay the whole day?
No. I'd never been, that was my second time to park. Heard about it, wanted to see it. I went there more as a fan the first time. The second time, I happened to be driving by, and I stopped by for the last couple races.
Turned out to be a good day.
No, ma'am. No, it turned out to be
Really?
a bad day.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
I wouldn't say that if you won $1,064, that was a bad day, sir. If you only stayed
it was
for
a
a couple
bad
of
day for what I've been through.
I wouldn't say that if you won $1,064, which is all you say you won, Mr. Pyatt, that I would consider that a bad day.
Yes, ma'am. It was a bad day for the threats that Parks made against me, the accusations that have been made against me.
Really?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
But you're a track veteran, sir. You've been going to the tracks, to various tracks for a long time, according to you.
I haven't been to racetracks. I go to off-track betting where I live.
Off-track betting, you mean you go to OTB parlors?
Yes, ma'am.
Uh-huh. Go there often?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. How often?
Probably once a week.
And what kind of bets do you place usually?
I usually take $100 to $200 with me.
And what's the most amount of money you've ever won?
Probably $8,000.
So in the 8 years you've been gambling, the most you ever won at one sitting was $8,000?
Yes.
No, most of the time you win less.
Yes, or lose more.
It's not my fault that you don't learn.
Judge Judy continues in a Terrace Kelly claims she overpaid Michael Pyatt $9,000 on a winning ticket. Michael is denying the charge.
So why don't you tell me what happened on this date, September 23rd?
Yes.
Well, I agree with everything that she said, except for when she was counting the money the first time, it was 10s and 20s she was counting out. It wasn't 50s. She was counting 10s and 20s. I asked her, does she have anything larger? I didn't want $1,000 in 10s and 20s. Mm-hmm. And she set it aside and she said, yes, I'll get you some. And that was what I was under the presumption that she was getting. At the same time, I knew it was the end of the day. The ladies were counting their money, cleaning up, ready to turn in there for the end of the day. That's what I presumed all that was about. I mean, I have her writing right here for $681 that she signed for the IRS slip. Okay?
That was the first slip.
It's the only slip. There was 2 other tickets that went in with it that did not have slips with it.
Right.
But this is her handwriting on this slip.
For $600. I understand what you're saying to me, sir.
And what
So what you're saying is that when she was counting out all that money, she was counting out 10s and 20s, and you said you wanted hundreds.
Larger bills.
Larger bills, so that
50s would have been fine.
So that when she sent out for more money, she didn't have to send out for $5,000. She could have just sent out for $1,000.
And I don't know what she's sending out for. I'm not in control of that.
Just answer my question, sir. So that when she sent out for more money, she didn't have to send out for $5,000. She could have sent out for $1,000 to accommodate you.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Now, when she finally accommodated you, sir, she got $100 bills for you? Or
Yes.
50s?
Hundreds.
And she would have given you 10 $100 bills. Is that
Correct.
right? And that's what you're saying she gave you?
Correct.
I want you to just follow me very carefully. She would have gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that right, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. And what did you... I'm speaking. And then you took the money that she gave you and didn't give her a tip, by the way. You didn't give her a tip, or you did? You did or you did not?
I will answer the question.
Good. Don't think before you answer it. Just say, I gave her a tip or I didn't. I just want you to know something, Mr. Pyatt. I'm very resourceful. So when you answer the question...
I did not give her a tip.
You did. Did you give her any money?
I did not.
So you didn't say to her, keep
No,
the
I did
rest.
not.
Okay, good. Now, when you left, you got the money. You went into your pockets twice. You went into one of your backhand pockets once, I assume, to take out some identification. Is that right, sir?
I would presume I did pull my wallet out for my identification, yes.
What did you have in the other back pocket?
My tickets. I saved my tickets in the program and stick it in there because at the end of the year you have to claim these on your taxes and you have to have proof of where you bet the money.
So you went into your other back pocket.
And stuck it in there, I would presume.
So you don't presume anything. If you
Well,
don't
I don't
remember,
remember.
say I don't remember.
I do
Good.
not remember
And
totally.
say I don't remember.
But I do remember saving my tickets. I always save my tickets.
You said just say, I asked you a question. I said, did you go into both back pockets? Don't say I
don't
presume
know.
anything.
I do not.
That's an answer.
I don't know.
Now, after she gave you this money and counted out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That takes about 10 seconds.
Well,
Is that
she
right?
counted money before and then after and then in between. It wasn't that simple.
No. After, sir, she got the money that came from the back.
Oh.
She would have counted out 10
Yes.
$100
yes,
bills.
I'm sorry.
sir.
I misunderstood you. Yes, you're correct.
Of course. He's correct, Mr. Pyatt. I'm 10 steps ahead of you. I'm a lot smarter than you are. I don't go to OTB. Now, you got the money that she gave you, and then what did you do, sir?
I put the money in my pocket.
And?
I turned, walked down. There's an area you walk down, and as I turned, there is nobody in the building. Absolutely nobody.
You mean after you got out of sight of the teller's booth, you started to run?
I speeded up, yes.
You started to run. You do know, Mr. Pyatt, that they have cameras all over the racetrack. You do know that.
Yes.
And while they may not make them accessible for general viewing, when they are subpoenaed for a court case, they can be viewed by the presiding judge. You are aware of that.
Yes.
After you passed the point where they could no longer see you, you took off and started to run. I didn't ask you why you started to run. I said you started to run. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now I'll hear you. Your name?
Linda Dixon.
Miss Dixon, you were in charge of the back room getting money. Is that right? Additional
Yes.
money for the tellers. How long have you been employed at the racetrack?
22 years.
Did there come a time when Miss Kelly requested additional money?
Yes, she did.
How much additional money did she request?
$5,000.
And you're positive she requested $5,000?
Yes. She has to fill out a slip, and she has to give it to me and sign for it.
And she received the $5,000 in what denominations?
Hundreds. A strap of 5,000 in hundreds.
Now, when you say a strap, Miss Kelly has already indicated that there was another strap in her cash drawer, and that strap would have been, according to her, $5,000.
Correct.
Would that have been in $100 bills?
Yes, it would have.
Only hundreds?
Yes.
Because the strap is only for hundreds.
Yes.
The other monies are in smaller bills. So she had $100 bills in a strap in her drawer, and the other $5,000 she required for the completion of her transaction to Mr. Pyatt. Is that right?
Yes.
Do you know anything else about this case?
Yes, I know that while I was waiting for the money to come back up from the main room, I heard him say that he did not want 50s. And because of the way he said it, I turned around, because it was rather harshly and rude. I turned around and I, stood there and looked at him.
You remember that clearly, that that's
Yes,
what
I
he
do.
said, I don't want 50s?
Yes.
Were there predominantly 50s in the money that was not strapped?
I had 4.
4 50s?
Yes.
And he said, I don't want 50s?
Yes.
Have a seat. I'll hear you. Tell me your name, please.
Joanne Mullen.
Miss Mullen, am I correct that you were the other teller on duty that day, that your booth was all the way at the other side of where Miss Kelly was conducting her transaction from Mr. Pyatt?
Yes.
Is that right?
That's right.
And you had a customer at some point for a short period of time at the same time that she was dealing with him. Is that right?
Yes. At the end, we cash out people. And sometimes we have a line of people.
Well, there was no line. You had one person who you were dealing with who was there for a short period of time. Correct? I have viewed the tape.
Yes.
Tell me what you know about the transaction that Miss Kelly had with Mr. Pyatt.
Well, I was counting my money, and I wasn't aware of anything happening bad down there. I know she's had a lot of sign-ups, and this was the end of the day. But then when she was taking a long time for her, and then when Linda came out of the back room and had to draw money, I knew that she was paying a large amount of money, and I waited for her. I finished counting my money, but I usually wait for her because it's just the two of us.
Right.
And the security's not around usually when we finish, and then we walk out together.
Okay, and that's what you did. Sit down. You have nothing really much to add. I examined that tape very carefully. I watched her counting out money. I could see the movement of her arm. She counted out more than $1,000 in $100 bills, sir. A lot more. And the whole transaction took 8.5 minutes. Doesn't take 8.5 minutes to get $1,064. They're used to dealing that all the time. This was a big payout. And it was a big payout and a big windfall for you, and that is a precise reason why, as soon as you got out of their eye shot, you took off like a bat out of hell. That's why you did it. And the truth of the matter is, Mr. Pyatt, you may have gotten away with it. You may have gotten away with it. It's nothing more than thievery. You see, she has to make up the money. It's like going into a grocery store and you give somebody a $10 bill and they give you change of 100. Some people who are people of good moral character will say, I'm sorry, you gave me too much money. You gave me $90 in change instead of $9 in change, and I know that you're going to be responsible for it for the end of the day. You, on the other hand, have a different kind of moral compass. You took that money and ran like a bat out of hell. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. That's all.
Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I'm glad that she came to that decision, that she was able to see through him, see that what type of person he really was, you know. I'm really grateful for it. He gave everybody to run around, and he kept lying, and it just took so long, you know, and I'm responsible for this. I'm happy, but, you know, just took a lot.
Party Supervisor Charles Brown is suing his daughter, homemaker Stacy Smith, for the return of court transcripts pertaining to his son's conviction for child molestation.
Yeah, this is case number 423 on the calendar in the matter of Brown versus Smith. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Sir, have a seat.
Mr. Brown, the defendant is your daughter.
Correct.
You have another child, a son.
I do.
And that son is currently incarcerated, serving an extended prison term for sexual abuse.
Correct.
According to what you've told me in your complaint. That child who is incarcerated has 2 children.
Correct.
And you became concerned, according to what you've written in your complaint, that when your son is finally released from prison, he might try to put his own spin on his conviction to his 2 sons. So that you ordered the transcript of his trial so that you would have it to memorialize what the conviction was about.
Correct.
At some point, your daughter said she would like the transcript to look at it, and you sent it to her.
That is
and
true.
she refuses to return it to you.
True.
Which is why we're here. Is that the transcript?
That is.
Is that the
is it.
transcript? Would you take it, Bird?
Sure.
Who are the children that he sexually abused, sir?
They were they were his stepchildren.
He was living with their mother at the time?
Correct.
And he had 2 of his own biological children with the same woman?
No,
A different woman?
different woman. It might be noted that the oldest boy is having extreme difficulties right now adjusting to the fact that his father is in prison wrongly, that he was told before he left the boy that everything was the fault of the boy's mother. And so currently he's receiving...
Your daughter-in-law?
My daughter-in-law.
What kind of work was he doing prior to his being incarcerated?
He had several jobs, waiter, broadcasting. He helped me coach football.
There was never any indication that he was a pedophile?
Not at the time, no.
Okay.
But then I was always with him when we were around the younger players.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I have read the plea, and I have read the sentencing, including the victim impact statements. The judge gave him a very stiff sentence, found absolutely no mitigating factors.
Correct.
Why do you want that transcript?
For one, I'm in those transcripts. For 2, he was never in our lives. He gave us up for adoption. I don't think it's his choice to decide whether or not my nephews read those transcripts about their dad. I think they've gone through enough. I think that should be a choice of their mothers, not of his.
It may be his
I mean, I
mother's
have
choice.
3 children of my own who I've raised, who I've taken care of. I wouldn't want somebody, especially that has never raised children. I mean, I was 2 years old when he gave me up.
Well, you see, your problem is that these belong to him. He ordered them.
He gave them to me. He sent them to me.
paid for them. You tell me, he says he loaned them to you because you had asked to see them, and now you won't return them because you had an ulterior motive when you asked to see them, which was that you didn't want him to have them.
That wasn't my ulterior motive.
Well, tell me about how they came into your possession.
He sent them to me to read them.
To read them? Right. Not to keep. The only thing that I can hope for is that if and when your brother does come out of prison, do you visit him, by the way?
No.
You have any contact with him?
No.
Okay. That your father will be smart enough to speak to people who are close to these 2 boys to find out whether it's appropriate for them to read these. They shouldn't be in a situation where they believe that their father has been unjustly incarcerated. You believe that, correct?
Right.
That if he was not incarcerated because he passed a bad check. He was incarcerated because he's a pedophile.
Mm-hmm.
And he committed serious sexual violations on young children. So you certainly, if his if your two nephews, for instance, marry and have children, you wouldn't want those children left in your brother's care, would you?
No.
So you wouldn't want the children not to think that their father was properly convicted.
But that's their mother's place.
Well, it may be. But that's not something this court's going to decide.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. Charles Brown says his daughter, Stacy Smith, owes for the return of court transcripts pertaining to his son's conviction for child molestation. Stacy says Charles wants the transcripts for the wrong reasons.
Is there anything else you want to tell him while he's here, since I gather you don't speak to him outside?
That's not speaking. That's his choice. I'm not the one. I mean, he's the one that calls and leaves rude messages on my voicemail for my children to hear.
What kind of messages?
In regards to that, my kids are lying to him about me being sick and me being asleep. I mean, I'm not going to return someone's calls.
You mean he calls you and and the children say, Mom's sleeping.
Mom's not feeling well. She's
not
she's
feeling
ill.
well or whatever.
So then he leaves messages saying, you're not
telling your children to say that, are you?
No, absolutely not.
Well, that's good, because you should never bring your young children into your problems.
No, I don't.
With another adult.
I didn't know we had issues until then.
Well, evidently, there are issues, and more issues than I can resolve here. These are yours, sir. You can have them. That's all.
There is one thing I'd like to add, if it's possible.
Go ahead.
We talked and talked and talked, and it was about this here. And she told me, quote, they're in a safety deposit box, they're safe, don't worry about it.
Evidently, she feels very strongly about those
I'm sure she
transcripts.
does.
I don't know
And if I
why.
would have known that this would have been the end result,
You never would
I
have
would
ordered
have never
them.
sent them.
You never would have sent them, and you might not have ordered them.
Oh, no, I would have ordered them, Your Honor.
You would have ordered them
I know
because-
my son. No, I would have ordered them.
I was sort of surprised when I read the transcript about his statement to the court after he heard the other statements of the people families that his conduct impacted on. It certainly was not a heartfelt statement of apology. So you just make sure you keep him away from your children. Got it?
He doesn't know my children. He never will.
That's a good thing. I don't know why you're so angry with your father. I mean, after a period of time when he was not in your life, evidently he came back into your life as an adult.
Off and on.
Off and on?
Because of the rude comments. I mean, they came out of nowhere. And I got a couple of messages and a couple of rude letters. So
Were they
why would
rude
why would I respond to those?
Shh. Who are you?
I'm her boyfriend.
How long have you been her boyfriend?
Almost 5 months.
5 months from now,
And all this
there's
stuff was going on,
5 months from now, there's a substantial probability that you will be in the wind someplace. This is a situation that she has
I
to
don't
deal
think
with.
so.
Shh, quiet. You have children?
Yeah.
Okay. How many children do you
3.
have? With one woman?
2 women.
2 women. Okay, so you had 2 relationships, you have 3 children. Are you
right.
with them now?
Yeah.
No, you're not. You know why?
Not
You're with
this
her now.
minute. I'm not
She
with
is.
my kids.
You're with her now. She is your girlfriend. You see how those relationships go? You're gone in the wind. This is a family. This is a family dynamic that you have no interest in, sir.
I have a
so
lot of
keep
interest in her
your
because I'm
mouth.
gonna-
You have absolutely no interest in this family dynamic. So if you're going to fuel negativity, you're not doing her a favor.
You're feeling negativity right now.
Let me explain something to you. You may have had a hard life. You have children?
I have children.
Their father doesn't live with you?
No.
Listen to me. He's trouble.
Whatever.
Yeah, right.
Listen to me. He's trouble. I'm a lot older than you are.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot smarter than you are. And in my lifetime, my career lifetime, I've seen a lot like him. He's trouble.
You see me for 5 minutes.
Okay? You don't think so? Talk to me a year from now.
Okay.
You've got your transcripts back?
Thank you.
That's
Yeah.
all.
Parties are excused. Step out, please.
I may not be around when the time comes, but the appropriate person will present him with the option to choose to read the truth or ignore it, whichever he chooses. So.
ਯਾਰ ਕਹਾਣੀ ਲਿਖਣ ਲੱਗੇ ਦੇਰ ਲਾਂਦਾ ਵੇ ਸੋਚੀ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੋਚੀ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਉਹ ਤੇਰੀ ਭੈਣ ਤੇਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਆਵੇ ਕਿੱਡਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਲਿਖ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸੋਚ ਰਿਹਾ ਇੱਕ ਕਹਾਣੀਆਂ ਲਿਖੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਆਵੇ ਇੱਕ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਇਹਨੇ ਇਹ ਬਾਬੇ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰੇ ਹੀ ਮਾਰੇ नट गया ई हो गया ई व्हाट स्टेटस है अलीदा उंगला चिपक के तो नक फिर दे बाबे ने मारो इधर चेक कर इधर चेक करी इधर देख बाबे दी तौण नप्पी खड़ी ठंडिया ठंडिया दिखानी शुरू हो गई हाँ सुतरू हाँ मेरी सुतरू मेरी सुती रू
अच्छा कितने मिनट की वीडियो सी वाली
1 घंटे 13 मिनट
नहीं वो वैसे नहीं बनी
मेरे पीसी च भी नहीं है ਉਹ ਨਾ ਉਹ ਫਿਲਟਰ ਮਿਊਜ਼ਿਕ ਸਟਾਈਲ ਵੇਖ ਲੱਭ ਜਾਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਇਫੈਕਟ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਫਿਲਟਰ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ ਇਫੈਕਟ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ
इफेक्ट ने फिल्टर नहीं था
4 ਕੋਰ ਬਣਾ ਲਈਏ 16 ਹੋ ਜਾਣਗੀਆਂ 30 ਹੋ ਜਾਣਗੀਆਂ लियो जान
स्क्रीनशॉट लिया सी यार ये वीडियो उसे फिल्टर ना लाऊंगी
स्क्रीनशॉट मैं तेन सेंड करना तू पुछन देर मैं 4 ऐन रेडी कर देंगे स्क्रीनशॉट लईदा किंदे च आंदा पिक्चर अल्लाह आ गई तो Alhamdulillah. मामा ओ मामा एसी बंद कर दे यार पानी डिगदा पिया होएगा बाहर मैं तो याद ही नहीं कैसे चलता पिया
नहीं यार शामा पर लग भी गया
की ना
फेवरेट ये करता है सीडी प्ले बैक की बाकी होर भी अंदर आए थे उन्हें रिलेटेड बड़े बड़े
2-3 कर ले
फेवरेट ये करता ही मैं ये कर ली हूँ मैं पहले आगे लगे फोन बड़ा कितना है ये एसोसिएट में लगे जानिए ओके
मैं सो टाइम दुकान ते जाना यार आखिरी इंटरनेशनल
है भी बड़ा जबरदस्त थी क्या कर है वो इलानी कह रहे हैं
ऐ तो नहीं
ਇਹੋ
नहीं
ਉਹ ਜਮਲਾ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੀ ਤਸਵੀਰ ਹੋਣ ਸੀ ਐਵੇਂ ਤੂੰ ਨੇ ਮਿਊਜ਼ਿਕ ਇਹ ਸਾਰਾ ਇਹ ਡਾਊਨਲੋਡ ਦੀ ਆਪਸ਼ਨ ਹਰ ਚੀਜ਼ ਉਵੇਂ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਚੈੱਕ ਕਰ ਮਿਊਜ਼ਿਕ ਤੂੰ ਨੇ ਡਾਊਨਲੋਡ ਦੀ ਆਪਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਪਲੇ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਉਵੇਂ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਚੈੱਕ ਕਰ
मगर फोटो ने मक्का मदीना लाती
हाँ
मगर फोटो मक्का मदीना लाती है ना ओ मतलब खान औंधी लाती है सब्ज़ गुंबद
हाँ
गुंबद जो देखोगे ज़माना भूल जाओगे गुंबद जो देखोगे ज़माना भूल जाओगे
ਐਵੇਂ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਐਵੇਂ ਨਾਲ ਨਾਲ ਲਖੇੜ ਵੀ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਹੈ। टीवी पुराना टीवी सेम
भले वक्तों का
प्लेयर मैरी क्रिसमस वास्ते अपने काम ਦਾ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਾ
बस जिंदे दे व्यू आ गए ना
ਭਲਾ ਇਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਐਡੀਟਿੰਗ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਮੈਰੀ ਕ੍ਰਿਸਮਸ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ
नहीं होना यार शी
ਯਾਰ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੰਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਨੂੰ ਬੜਾ ਮਾਰਨਾ
ਕੱਢ ਕੁੜੀ ਅਵੇ ਨੂੰ
ਆ ਬਲੇ ਦੇਖਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਵਾ ਜਾਂ ਕਾਦੀ ਨਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਸੀਡੀ ਬੜੀ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਐ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਪੁਰਾਣੇ ਟੀਵੀ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਪੁਰਾਣੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਡੀਵੀਡੀ ਦਾ ਦੌਰ ਆਇਆ ਸੀ ਫਿਲਮ ਮੁੱਕ ਜਾਣੀ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਆ ਚੱਲਣ ਲੱਗ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ
ਕਿਹੜਾ ਆ DVD ਆ
ਇਹ ਵੀ ਬੜਾ ਕਮਾਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ
ਇਹ ਜਾਂ ਫਿਲਟਰ ਦੱਸਾਂ ਉਹ ਇਹ ਜਾਂ ਟੀਵੀ ਦੱਸਾਂ ਕਿ ਜਾਂ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਤੋੜਿਆ ਸੀ ਮੈਂ ਮੰਜੀ ਦਾ ਪਾਵਾ ਮਾਰ ਕੇ
ਚੈੱਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਫਿਲਟਰ ਐਡ ਕਰੋ ਨਾ ਇਹ ਕੰਮ ਪੂਰਾ ਚੱਲ ਗਿਆ ਸਾਈਕਲ ਵੀ ਚੱਲ ਜਾਊਗੀ
एक बयान फिर रेडी कर एक बयान रेडी कर दे फिर घंटे को दा और चैनल चलाना करी रेडी मैं तो सोमा मेरे अखां दर्द कर रही दूसरियां ते मैं सुबह टाइम 7 बजे उठ के जाना दुकान पे
तस्वीर लभनी
तस्वीर तो उनके तो गूगल तो ला खाना काबा दी मक्का मदीना दी क्या मतलब इस तरीके की तस्वीर ला के तो ला दें अजमल रजा ऑफिशियल चैनल तो बैन चुकना है ते दूसरा क्या बोलती है पब्लिक कैसे बोलती है क्या बोलती है ऑफिशियल तो चुक ले यार बयान ते गूगल तो चुक ली तस्वीर खाना का वादी या मक्का मदीना दी हरा गुंबद कि मतलब इस तरीके तस्वीर उठा ले प्यारी है तेरी बहन के तेरी
लम्बे बयान में बैन ही नहीं घंटे किन्ने मिनट इन्ने घंटे के बाद बयान ही नहीं होगा 40 मिनट 45 मिनट लेना जाता बस
CD LCD चल गई CD किसे बोलते हैं तब्बे को वाह जी वाह। टाइटल है ना जड़ा वो बयान दा चुक ली ते एसयू अंदर पई है। टाइटल है ना जड़ा टाइटल है हाँ वो बयान दा ही चुक ली ते 13/4 की 22 26 तस्वीर ले ना खाना काबा दी खाना काबा दी एक तस्वीर ले खाना काबा दी एक्सपोर्ट होने से बड़ी देर ले जानी अपलोड करना है 81 का क्या बना वो तस्वीर पूरी कर फिल्टर तो पीछे हटा गया तस्वीर पूरी कर पहले यूट्यूब साइज यूट्यूब का हो गया पहले यूट्यूब साइज था हाँ हो गया यूट्यूब साइज हेलो हाँ ली लाइट हैगी छोटी बड़ी छोटी के बड़ी बड़ी ठीक ओके जो जूड़ी मेरे को एक कोई मिल रहा हजरत की दुनिया तेरे कहने से पहले मैं करने ही लगा था पर तुम्हारी कॉल आ गई। बे चल जा वे। हाँ जी। हाँ हाँ जी। ठीक। और एक्सेस अली वाइटी एक्सेस ले लमा कर। ठीक है मिस्टर इंडिया।
अली ने गाड़ी जानी नहीं
कटी
नहीं उन्हें कैप्शन ऑप्शन नहीं लाने
नहीं लाना दिखाई किस तरीके हो गया।
नहीं बबल कहने लगे हैं
कोई भी नहीं लगे बबल में।
दोबारा प्ले करी हुआ बनी
एक मिनट लपनी बनी लिया ऐसे कर रहा हूँ। हाँ जी ठीक मैं कर देना। ओके कैप कट चला के मेरे को ऑटोमेशन जुड़ी वाले एक के और नहीं पे मिस्टर इंडिया से करनी तो उधर अच्छा वो वेखा वो जी वीडियो एक मिनट उन्हें वे ना 10 मिनट अदर आ लगी है वो हाँ इन तीन जा रहे जड़े मिस्टर इंडिया इंडिया के नाम बड़े चैनल यार है ना इंडिया की मूवियां दे ओ की आंदे न और कितने है मार्क्स वोट मार
कोई भी कोई ड्रॉप ला लिया
ला दे बस ठीक है जरूरी थोड़ा ओ ही लब के ओ ही लाना है मिस्टर इंडिया आ गया उधर अपलोड करी ऑटोमेशन मामा अरे ने क्या सी ने ना खपया जे ते तुसी
ला लेना यार
ला दे
बहुत ज़्यादा डेंजर मेरे को अंदर बहुत ज़्यादा डेंजर
तेरी भैनू तेरी नू रेहान मलिक दसा की कह रहा है इधर
हाँ
रेहान मलिक दसा की कह रहा है 45 55 फास्ट फूड के रेस्टोरेंट सऊदी अरब च मेरे रेहान तारक दे रेहान मलिक इंदा नाम है ते रेहान तारक दे पॉडकास्ट से बैठा है इंदे पॉडकास्ट 45 55 रेस्टोरेंट जो जेड़े सऊदीया च ने
इन्ने दे कहने आ कि सुन
अदर आ उंदे ते मिस्टर इंडिया ते आ उंदे ते कर ऑटोमेशन
नहीं छोटी बड़ी
वड्डी जो जुड़ी
इंडियन का मिस्टर इंडिया
मिस्टर इंडिया इंडियन है और तो मिस्टर इंडिया है ही नहीं कोई अपने अंदर बेसी में डांस कर जा रहा था वीडियो में किधर आ गया आप कंगनपुर किस जगह से हो ओ ए वीडियो किसने बनाई है इधर वेखी इधर वे मामा अब्दुल्ला बेच आ गया उंदे आंदा पता नहीं किने ए वीडियो बनाई कंगनपुर दी पता किने बनाई वेखी किसी कुड़ी ने बनाई है रूब ना दी कुड़ी है रूज ना दी कुड़ी ओ अब्दुल्ला फिरदा पे ਉਹਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸੈਂਡ ਕੀਤੀ ਆਦਾ ਚੈੱਕ ਕਰ ਵੀਡੀਓ 'ਚ ਮੈਂ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਉਹ ਅਬਦੁੱਲਾ ਫਿਰਦਾ ਵੇ ਦੁਕਾਨ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਰਵਾਈ ਕੁੜੀ ਆਈਡੀ ਵੇਚਨੇ ਖੋਲ ਕੇ ਆਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਚੈੱਕ ਕਰਾਂ बस मैं दुकान
वीडियो बनाई तेरे वास्ते गई है
अबे भाई
ये बनाई तुम्हारे लिए गई है
तुम्हारे लिए ही बनाई गई
पार्टी मेरी पार्टी
वीडियो एक सिंगर तो बनता है भाई एक जिंगर तो बनता है भाई
yeah. ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਲੱਭੀ ਨਵੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਦੱਸ
ਅੱਗੇ ਆ ਗਈ ਹੋਣੀ ਐਵੇਂ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਕੰਗਣਪੁਰ ਦੀ ਵੀਡੀਓ
ਨਹੀਂ ਇਹਦੀ ਛੇਤੀ ਨੂੰ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਪੈ ਗਈ ਵੀ ਆ ਮੈਂ
ਤੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਜਦ ਕੰਗਣਪੁਰ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਕੌਣ ਸੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਉਹ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਦੁਕਾਨ ਦੇ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਲੰਘਦੀ ਪਈ ਉਹਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਵੇਖ ਲਵਾਂ ਲੰਡ ਮੇਰਾ ਆਂਦਾ ਲੰਡ ਮੇਰਾ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਨੇ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਵੇ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਆਪੇ ਨੇ ਵਾਈ से आपकी आईडी जील दी आईडी वो एवं लिखता ही ये सच बताओ आपके मोबाइल आपके पास मोबाइल कौन सा है ये कौन सी जगह है इंज लाई रखता 24 घंटे देख लो यार ਮਾਮਾ ਮਾਮਾ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਸਿੰਗਰ ਬਣਦਾ ਉੱਚੀ ਕਮੀ ਸਿੰਗਰ ਇੱਕ ਸਿੰਗਰ ਤਾਂ ਬਣਦਾ ਨਾ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਾਂਗਾ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਬਣਦੀ ਵਿਚਾਰੀ
मैं
क्या
नहीं मैं नहीं
जा यार आना मैं आ वेला यार आ कसम तेरा क्या हाथ बनना यार एक सिंगर बनता है तो मैं सोना हो गया यार यार एक सिंगर बनता खवा दे यार तेरी मेहरबानी करती मिस्टर इंडिया दे करती मिस्टर इंडिया दे मिस्टर इंडिया दे करती
हाँ
ऐसी भी करती
हाँ
पब्लिक पब्लिक कर दें
हैं
पब्लिक मार दी
प्रोसेस नहीं
ओ वाली दसा केड़े चैनल ते करनी अल्लाह पहले मारती
आके नहीं करेंगी
मामा की जे कॉपीराइट आ गया फिर अच्छा दूसरा और चैनल खोल हुन नहीं होना हुन तो हो गया जड़ा होना अगला चैनल खोल टैब ओपन कर इन्हें इत्थे रहन दी जदों टैब ओपन करना इन्हें इत्थे रहन दी अज चेकिंग होनी शुरू हुई है ना टैब ओपन करके फिर खोल इत्थे चैनल
होया फोन तो होना ने
एक मिनट चैनल ओपन कर लेना थल्ले आन दे हौली हौली थल्ले आन दे सीजन लिखा होगा इस्लामिक सीजन आगे आगे जान दे थल्ले आ इस्लामिक सीजन आ गई ए वाला इन्हें ओपन कर ले
इस्लामिक वाइट सीजन
आहो ए वाला चैनल ते करनी है अपलोड और टाइटल उस वीडियो दे लै मी ते एसईओ जड़ी ओ मैं तेरे भेज देना अंदरों
हमने ना बनाना
हमने लाया नहीं है इन्होंने और हमने लाया है वैसे यार यार आशिक बनाया तो आशिक बनाया किधर हैं टैग वगैरह इधर पड़े हुए थे यार डियर यूट्यूब टीम अबे वो किधर गए मैंने आज देखे थे यार नहीं बल्कि यार आशिक बनाया इंदा इंदा जड़ा वो है ना इंदा डिस्क्रिप्शन खोली उतली वीडियो दा डिस्क्रिप्शन खोली आशिक ए वाला ए चुकली अस्सलाम वालेकुम वेलकम ओ वाला चुकले सिर्फ अस्सलाम वालेकुम वेलकम तो ऐसे ही बनया हुआ है ए पूरा बनया हुआ है ए चुकले इत्थे लैके ए हुण आपां इन WhatsApp ते मैनू भी खिला दी